Audio test. Who am I? Go ahead and do a test for me real quick, you two. Waltz
Hi.
first.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
All right, we got both of you. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. Tonight we have some Madden football for you guys going in the form of our normal league streams. We are back here, Madden 21, first week of our streams. We are so excited to be back to you guys. With me here tonight we have Waltz and Jelly, although Jelly is not actually walking through a abandoned dark corridor with that emo look on his face. He is not feeling so hot today, so we don't have his face on the cam, but we do have his voice. Matt, Waltz.
What's up, boys?
What's going on?
So our first game for this evening is going to be the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, Jump Carter won his first week pretty solidly. I don't remember who he was facing, but if I remember correctly, Isaiah Ness had an outstanding rookie performance, or I guess first season performance for this league. It actually looks like it was a closer game than I remember, 37-30 over Washington. Meanwhile, the Los Angeles Rams started the first week getting beat 49-24 by the Dallas Cowboys. Now, the Cowboys were able to run pretty heavy against them. Whether or not Jump Carter is able to do that with his Eagles tonight will be to be seen. That is our first game. After that, we will be following it up. We have two more games on tap for tonight. The Bills, led by your own Matt St. Jelly, taking on Mills and his Dolphins. That's probably going to be the main event game of the evening. Then after that, we're going to follow that one up Coaches Packers taking on With's Lions. So we got some fun games for tonight. What do you guys expect? How do you guys think this first one is going to shape up?
This one, oh man, I could see this going either way, but Jump Carter, I think, is going to pull it out.
Yeah, I think his experience will definitely make a difference. But I've knowing Floppy for the past few years, he's a good Madden player. He's kind of newer to this to like online full user leagues. So, but in the Madden 20, he did pretty well with the Jaguars in the time that he had him. So I think with the better Rams team, he definitely can have a chance to win this game.
That is true. He did do pretty well with the Jaguars, and don't forget, once he switched over, once he switched over to the Cardinals, he was a perennial playoff contender for 2 seasons in a row before we ended up rebooting into this version of the league. So with the Rams starting 0-1, the Eagles starting 1-0, what do you guys think on the differential? Who do you think can come out on top for game number 2 here?
If I had to choose a winner, I'd probably go Jump Carter. I think it'll be a close game.
Let's go with the Daddy League's estimate. The Daddy League's estimate is 43-27, so 16 points. Are you guys taking the Eagles +6 or -16, or are you going to take the Rams and give the points?
No, I definitely take the Rams plus. I don't think it'll be that big of a difference. I think it'll be a close game the whole way.
Coach says he's picking the Eagles by 21. Mills, we appreciate that, brother.
21. That's a big one. I think it'll be closer.
I think so too. It should be a pretty good time. All right. There, our first play underway. Eagles are starting with the ball, so the Rams will get it in the second half. They're starting from their own 17, though. What have we seen out of Carson Wentz so far? Mills says Bills by 1,000,000 next up. We'll see about that. First pass wide open. Great move. Alshon Jeffrey on the post. Complete separation against that Jaguars defense. Alright, so the highlights of this game. We know that the Rams have a pretty solid receiving core. I believe the Eagles have a much stronger running back stable this year. They don't have the wide receivers they typically have. As Miles Sanders breaks, gains about 4, they say 3 on that little stretch RPO run.
Run game is tough. It's Madden.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not able to just change directions quickly and dart all around like you used to. Alright, so there it is. Play action,
nice.
wide open underneath. Jalen Reagor.
2 guys wide open. The defense bit hard.
Jalen Reagor finds himself wide open. My phone is going off. Why is my phone going off? Our shop. Alright. So some things you guys have noticed about the new Madden. Can't use her all over the defense anymore with a single back. You actually have to rely as Jeffrey breaks on the streak, but Burgess with his speed recovers faster, able to pick that off, and Floppy gets the first turnover of the game, bringing it back to his own 41, just shy of the 50. What's going on, Lycan? How you doing, brother? Are you guys expecting to see Jump making mistakes like that this early? First drive, interception.
With all the games I've been watching since the start of this season, it seems like there are a lot of turnovers. So
as much as everyone says defense is not good anymore, do you think we need to consider toning it down because defense plays enough of a factor? Look at how many turnovers we had in week number 1 total for the league.
I think it's a matter of people just getting used to the new game, and I like the challenge.
It does make passing a little tougher, which I'm all for. But it seems like, through my experience at least, I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like most jump balls are picked by the computer, unless you're facing me, of course. Then
I hear that, man. I hear that.
Wow.
Like it says, the new
flex, dude.
what?
It's that flex, unless you're facing me.
No, that was the opposite of a flex.
I was saying that was the
I thought you were
opposite. He was
talking about
saying if
your
you're facing
user
him,
skills.
he always loses.
No, it means my guys will get mossed like they did last game.
Lycan says he's watching from work. Sneaky, we like it. The new Madden is glitchy as hell. I don't know, like, there have been some bugs. We've had some disconnect stuff, desyncs, that's usually the way of it early in the game. But from the actual gameplay side of things, as it looks like we're moving down a safety into the box. I think the game has actually been pretty well balanced out so far this year. I like that defenses are toned down. Maybe the interceptions is kind of an issue because of how many there are. What's going on, sickheads? Sick, Jelly is here for you. But
Yo.
so I know a lot of people like big turnover games because they can make the plays and make the defensive work. But at the same time, I also like that now you can pass the ball over the middle of the field and not every route inside the numbers is going to get shut down by a single linebacker. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, I agree.
You like it when you're on offense, but
I need to figure out how to guard deep. Deep routes are what are killing me right now. Bill says, look at Floppy go as his keeper, D'Angelo Gee, an X-Factor running back, I believe, that came over, is leading the way here for the Rams, getting them inside the goal line. Second and goal from the Eagles' 8-yard line. Jared Goff making his assessments, making his adjustments.
oh, that should have been
And
picked.
nearly intercepted back in the goal line.
As we're talking about everything getting picked, he drops an easy one.
Right?
So maybe I'll shut up.
Ah. So yeah, if you are new to the chat, welcome to the channel. This is our first Madden League stream for Ground Zero Madden League for Madden 21. We have a few games underway. The first one here, Rams-Philly. Eagles started with the ball, threw a pick, and the Rams are driving. Let us know. The over-under right now is the Eagles are favored to win this game. The spread is 15.5. Let us know. Do you guys take the Eagles minus 15.5? Do you give the points and take the Rams to cover? We're kind of curious to see where you guys are at, and we will look at the next one afterwards as Jared Goff does a little pirouette in the backfield, throws it away.
Just
Really
looking for that call. He thought he got hit late.
But it says it's going to be 4th and goal, and here we go. The league staple, the kicking clinic of Ground Zero. Those are the first points on the board. 3-0 Rams. Bill says he's taking the Rams plus 15.5 for sure.
That was a solid drive. Just a good goal line stop by Carter there.
Agreed.
It was an interesting play call, though. Quick slants on 3rd and, 8? Oh, got some points on the board.
Oddly enough, the Bills are favored for their next game.
Yeah, we'll see about that one.
Can we set a over and under on screens thrown against Mills?
Those are your odds for tonight. Philadelphia 15.5, Buffalo 5.5, Green Bay 3.5. Those are according to Daddy Leagues, just so you guys are tracking. 12.5 screens, Mo says. He's taking the over. We do call him Matt St. Cheese for a reason. There you go, 2nd and 8. Eagles driving for their second time. The last drive did end up with a interception. Alshon Jeffrey beat his man, but the defender was able to recover quick enough to steal the ball away on that streak. Goddard, the second tight end of the team, gets dragged down by the face mask.
Just avoided a sack.
After he nearly got hit in the backfield. Instead, that turns into a big gain and an even bigger yardage chunk with the 15-yard face mask added on top. And now the Eagles are across the 50 in enemy zone here.
See, Jump can move the ball really well. He just
gets open. Oh, and a slip up. That's going to be a touchdown. Dak Ertz scores to even the odds here for Philly.
I don't think he meant to dive there.
I don't think so either. Well, actually, Philly takes the lead. 6-3 pending this extra point. Philly goes on top with that long touchdown. Deep corner route here. Looks like Mills is taking the Rams, the Bills, and the Lions plus 3.5. Man, Jelly, this would be so much better if we had you on cam and not this emo 90s rock album cover picture of you, bro.
Well, here's the two things about that. One, soon when I don't feel like complete garbage, and two, it's a pretty awesome picture for you guys to look at.
All right, so here we go. I think the Rams are going to take their second drive. After moving the ball pretty well, they were stopped in the red zone, forced to take the field goal at the goal line. And the Eagles did respond back, but don't forget the Rams do get the ball back at the half. Bill says he swears that man is handsome as hell. I don't think anyone's going to disagree here. Noah's taking the Rams, Dolphins, and the Packers. So complete opposite picks, except for the Rams. Everyone seems to be in agreement here that the Rams will keep this one closer than a 15.5 point spread. P. Finney thought that was Mac from Always Sunny. I don't know who you're referencing.
I'm putting on mask.
That's funny.
Goff finds his guy in the middle. Robert Woods
Nice
deep
play.
down the center. Huge gain. That's a chunk of about 24 yards. 1st and 10 for the Rams, and they are in Eagle territory already. So in case you guys have not noticed, we'll have to get in touch with Jelly. But we're sporting some of these Ground Zero League shirts that he has managed to put together. This is the first one. Cat's got the little pocket emblem. Of course, there's a big logo on the back. That is the exact same as the front of Mr. Waltz's shirt. If you guys were interested in any merchandise, get in touch with Jelly. He will provide you to our merchandising store. He runs it somehow. That is definitely in his realm where he makes all the fantastic things work together.
You guys look so good.
Thank you.
We need jean jackets. Waltz, we need jean jackets.
Dude, we should do like, yeah, huge Ground Zero patch on the back.
Alright, 2nd and 7 here as the Rams are continuing to drive. You need a Phoenix headband. So technically this is a gator. I actually wear them on my face cover because of COVID, but I've converted because I can fold it. So now it's just kind of a huge headband. Where's the GS headband? We don't have one. Jelly needs to make us a Ground Zero headband.
We'll make
Then
it
I can sport that on my hair. Who, one of my best friends, lovingly told me I look like a 57 overall 2K player rookie trying to make his way in my career. Here we go, Jared Goff, 1st and 10, fake. Gets hit, throws it wild though, and it's picked off. Wallace for the Philadelphia Eagles steals that one away. I don't even know who that is. K. Wallace? Who's K. Wallace on the Eagles?
The next big star, apparently.
Alright, we're taking a look here. That's their 3rd string strong safety. He's a rookie, Kayvon Wallace. The interception turns it around for the Eagles here, starting on their own 11. Here early in the first, we've seen some big scores so far in this league in the games. As Wentz connects with his receiver deep down the left-hand side. Jalen Reagor with another beautiful grab downfield. That's going to be a 1st and 10 all the way up to the 49, just shy of the 50. 1st and 10 Eagles. But yeah, we've seen some pretty monster scores recently. I know the Falcons put up 59. I saw we had a 49-point game earlier coming out of the Bucks. They were intentionally not taking points, trying to be fair to their opponent. That handoff, losing yardage, and did it freeze? There it goes.
Jaden, I like that sneaky flex you just snuck in there.
I don't know what you're talking about. There
I
was
know
no
the Falcons scored 59.
Well, everyone was here for that Falcons game, trying to tell me the Falcons needed to put up a 60 spot.
That was a fun chat.
All right, so here we go. Wentz setting up underneath, hands it off. Miles Sanders, a small gain, about 2 yards. Only 5 yards on 4 rushes so far, though, so he's definitely not able to move the ball against Aaron Donald and that Los Angeles Rams front.
Do you guys know, off the top of your heads, if there are any big rushing games in week 1?
I know my team ran for 202 rushing yards, but it was off of like 2 plays that went 100.
Okay.
There's a huge pass. Center again. Jalen Reagor. Another huge grab. Looking at the stats for week number 1. Have any of the We already have a couple of the games in. Joe Mixon of the Cincinnati Bengals ran the ball 29 times in week 1 for 151 yards and a touchdown.
Nice.
We had a few big rushing numbers. Chris Thompson, 17 for 148. James White, 24 carries for 145. And Zeke ran 26 times for 133 yards.
I think Mills is still having nightmares about James White.
Then, of course, yeah, I think that's it for the receivers. I don't know if we have any other big receiving numbers. I know we had some big turnover numbers because we had 4 teams in the top turnover. We had an 8 turnover team, 7s, and 6s for turnovers in week 1-4. So there's a little lob pass. That could be trouble. Zach Ertz comes down with it, though.
Wow.
Touchdown, Philly. Ertz just outplays his defender. That's going to be a second touchdown for the Philadelphia Eagles super X-Factor tight end there. Mills says, just running through a screens, Jelly, you'll be good. My pass defense was the only thing working for me. And the kicking clinic returns. There's the first miss of the game. Jump Carter whiffing on that extra point wide right. And it's going to maintain a 10-point lead here for Philly as we get started here early in the second.
Kicking clinic.
So for next week, just so you guys are tracking, I believe Ertz is an X Factor. He might just be. I will double check it right now. For next week, if you guys are not tracking, Waltz will be hosting this stream. We'll be getting hopefully a different team of commentators, or at least a few other people involved. I know Waltz is super excited to get the channel rolled, get his version of the show running. Good time. And then we're still trying to talk Jelly into doing it. Jelly is convinced, though, that he doesn't have to do it. You know.
Yeah.
Zach Ertz is a superstar. He looks very excited. Yes, he does, as he was just like yawning while I was talking. Robert Woods takes the little bubble screen out to the side. He gain of 5 yards. 2nd and 5 now. Or for the Rams, I apologize. So Zach Ertz is a superstar. He's got tight end apprentice and mid in. Definitely not an X Factor. Jared Goff under center. An 11 personnel set here. Hands it off. D'Angelo Gee, the keeper, gains about 2. As you can see, they're definitely struggling to rush right now. Actually, I guess he's rushing pretty well. 4 rushes, 19 yards, a little more than 4 yards a carry. 3rd and 2 here for the Rams. They need to score. They do get the ball back in the second half, but the way Jump and his offense are rolling right now, you definitely don't want to fall too far behind. It'll take you out of the game really early. Goff is backing up. Goff tries to hit his guy. Knocked away, though. Good defensive play, and Jared Goff finds an incomplete pass. 4th and 2 from their own 32. They're going to be forced to punt this one here. All right, so I know everyone's taking the Rams to cover 15.5, but another touchdown here, and the Eagles will be right on top of that spread line. Daddy Leagues might actually have this one correct. You will see, though.
It's a long game.
It is a long game. We still have, well, almost 3 quarters worth of play left. We've only used a minute 44? Minute 44 here in the second. There's a lot of time and a lot can happen. You guys were tracking earlier. We did have a game earlier where a team was leading 20-0 and proceeded to throw 3 pick sixes to get their opponents ahead of them, 21-20, before the game ended up changing directions. But as you know, a lot of points can be put up very, very quickly. All it takes is just one big change. Jalen Reagor takes a little check down in the flat. It's going to be a gain of about 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 6 here. They only gave him 3. I hate Madden math. Give him 4 yards on the marker, but it's only a 3-yard gain. So what are your guys' thoughts on all the keepers that we brought over? I know Matt St. Jelly had a very up-close and personal look at each and every one, considering he put together most of them in the roster. What do you guys think? Everyone bring over people that they needed? Was it a good idea? Bad idea?
I looked at my stats for the first 2 games, and I've barely used mine, so I might switch up my depth chart to use him more. So Not looking good for me to start off with him.
With Lee Lynch, the top.
Yeah.
That's another thing with you two, considering you guys have the top 2 rated keepers that were coming over, a 90 receiver and a 90 as Miles Sanders on the angle route, or Texas route gets deep behind the secondary, and that's gonna be a huge gain all the way up to the 32-yard line of the Rams. Miles Sanders just bursts to speed, takes off on the linebacker there. So yeah, you guys come over with the 2 highest rated keepers. Both were 90 overall. Waltz says he has not been able to use his very much passing game. Daniel Jones, as we look at the stats, definitely struggling to move the ball and score. Got way more interceptions than anything else. As there's a strip. Dallas Goedert with a little grab and a strip from new Ram Anthony Walker.
Big time play.
That's going to turn it around. Coach says Wheeler and Jones make a nice combo. Mr. Quads, AJ Dillon bruising people. Well, I guess we'll get to see that at some point tonight. I believe we have the Packers and Lions game, so that'll be a fun one to get going.
I haven't even had a chance to really use my keeper yet because I kept getting lagged out in my first game.
So prior to your lag, because your game was kind of forced because of the disconnect, what were you doing with your court, or how was Leo Martin doing for you prior to that moment? His stats right now were not really legitimate. 19 carries for 73 yards because it was a sim game. You didn't actually get to control your back.
Yeah, he was really underwhelming me while we were actually playing. Like, the run game is tough this year.
Do you at all regret your decision to carry Leo Martin forward instead of another position?
I don't regret it, but if I had known the game was going to play like it does, I might have chosen differently.
So based on the way the game is playing, as D'Angelo Geef makes a huge break there, 7 rushes, 48 yards, and the Rams are now moving just shy of the midfield. What's going on with? You want to join? Next, we'll get you in for the. We'll have to get you in for the next one, but especially since you're playing tonight. We already told Jelly you are playing. We probably won't have you on stream next time, but this is the launch, so we wanted all the admins in. As Nathan Jerry, the linebacker, picks it off, keeps the ball in Philly range to score here. Steve Finney says definitely need to get Malcolm Monk into the playbook more, so we definitely need Cowboys to use theirs. Bling Squib says free Leo Martin. Fish says damn you, Jelly. So, on this note, how do you guys think, who do you think was the best carryover keeper? Especially considering what we've seen with the game, who do you think was the right move, made the right choices? Which position group do you think was the best keeper group?
Anything on defense. I mean...
Yeah, but the exception would probably be Noah Floyd.
Yeah. And then...
Well, okay, so I will say, quarterbacks for sure were probably a really good one because of the way the game plays offensively. Quarterbacks are a very premium position, and getting a guy that you want that's young with abilities to carry forward was definitely a big move for me, and I know for some of these other guys that brought forward quarterbacks.
Yeah, Raiders brought Jeff Bartell, and he's also a beast.
Look at the 49ers. They brought over a young, probably version of Lamar Jackson in Adrian Rodriguez. But we have a few quarterbacks that get brought over. Estrada, what's up with my hair? Don't ask. All of our barbershops are closed right now, so this is what I'm sporting. As D'Angelo Dean with another huge check down. 18-yard screen. First down for the Rams as they keep the ball moving. So other than the quarterbacks, what other position do you think, primary? You guys said defense. Do you think it's defensive line games? Do you think it's cornerbacks? Which group do you think is the best then? Carryover. Estrada says the Raiders threw 8 interceptions. Bartle.
I'd probably say corner.
I would even say Jones bringing over Ness at safety. He's a really good player too.
Yeah, I guess DB in general.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So our boys like with who tonight, when we get to watch Witt's game, this will be the first time because there was a mix-up with his cornerback, but he does have him now. Devontae Bomber will finally be joining the Detroit Lions tonight. As the Rams try to make a deep pass, and it's knocked away, not able to keep that down. I believe that was Cooper Kupp down the middle. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 14 now for the Rams. They need a pretty big chunk here as we're nearing the 2-minute warning. Bling says he thinks the best keepers were the D-line or the cornerbacks. Defensive line, I think since they added abilities, defensive line is a huge position that needs to be favored. And that might be intercepted. Avonte Maddox knocks it away. Good defensive read on the deep end by Jared Goff and his offense. And that's going to force a punt here. 4th and 14. Rams are going to have to kick it away. They do get the ball back at the second half, though. So they need a big stop here and maybe a field goal. They'll be right back in this game. Oh, I like the keeper idea though. I think the fact that With brought us the keepers, a fantastic touch to the league. I like that it added a very personal touch to everything, and it'll really allow you to carry. It allows you to plan for the future, carry over legacy on Madden to the. As I have this giant light. Apologize, guys. That's back. Drag misses his throw. That's going to be incomplete pass. Jalen Reagor, they almost beat his defender, but it was just far enough out of the way that no interception could happen and only his receiver could have a chance to get it. Glad to hear everyone likes their keepers. Well, everyone's liking their keepers, I think. Waltz says he hasn't really been able to use it. Jelly actually said his running back has been underwhelming the way this game works. Miles Sanders takes a 5-yard handoff. And while he has some big yardage receiving, he's got 7 carries for 8 yards right now. This Rams run defense is here to play. Miles Sanders has not found any room to break free and get open. Alright, as we near it, it snaps it. So this will be the last play of the half, or before the 2-minute warning. Jalen Reagor again wide open, uses his tight end as a screen to block the corner. That creates enough separation. 1st and 10 Philly, as they have crossed into the Rams territory. Scott Toppin says his keeper is great. He loves them. Scott, who you have Jay Way, right? The cornerback? That cornerback I know is a big one that Waltz wishes he had.
Oh shit.
I did give Waltz a chance. He could have traded for Will Bush and brought a corner forward, but he would have been giving up quite a few points of overall because Will Bush was only 80, I believe, compared to the 90 that Lee Lynch is. Oh. Yeah, Scott says yes. He's got that. Is it an X Factor or is it a superstar? I don't even remember anymore. So based on that, what other things have you guys noticed with the game this year? I know Waltz or Lycan has already said he thought the game is glitchy as Wentz gets hit as he tries to throw and he nearly gives it away at the end of the half, throwing it right at the defender. Luckily the guy was not paying attention. The ball almost hit him in the face. Mills says his keeper got hurt the 3rd play of the game. I have noticed offensive linemen have been getting hurt a lot more. So that's an interesting note that Mills' guy got hurt.
I'm hurting him first play of the game, Mills.
What was that, Jelly?
Telling Mills I'm going to hurt that guy first play of the game.
Well, in case you guys forgot, Jelly is known as the headhunter in our league. Anytime he plays someone, he typically hurts the hell out of him. As Carson Wentz dots it up. Huge first down grab to Alshon Jeffrey on a quick out. 13 yards. First down. They're now inside a field goal range. Bill says, oh, he's still hurt. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, even better for me, dude.
Bills, did you not have a skill position player that you could bring forward? As Wentz is setting up underneath your 2 tight ends to the right, split wide receivers. Looks like Jeffrey's beating his guy again. This time, Jeffrey maintains the lead but gets grabbed. Pass interference. That's going to put this up to 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. Just outside the goal line. I know your keeper's an offensive lineman. Did you have a skill position player you could have brought forward? Oh, Dolphins O-line is pit. That's why you brought him forward. Gotcha. Alright, so now in the shotgun, Carson Wentz sets up. Rolling out. Throws it away. Smart play, Wentz. That's going to be incomplete pass. So 2nd and 10 now from the 10-yard line. 51 seconds to go. Wentz already has 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions in this game. You're still in the first half.
See, now that I look back, I had a linebacker I was thinking about bringing, and I almost would have made that decision instead based on how I've felt this game playing so far.
Well, because you also still have, as Dallas Goedert gets dotted up. So all 3 touchdowns for the Eagles have gone to their tight ends. Ertz with 2 and Goddard with 1. So that's going to give the Eagles a 19-3 lead. ending this extra point. It might even push up. It does. 20-3 as we're approaching the halfway mark here. Eagles are looking like they're good to cover that spread. 15.5 points. Take it away. Cam Akers back to receive it here for the Los Angeles Rams. Brings it forward.
Yeah, mistakes are killing the Rams right now. That PI was big.
So, yeah, that PI was a huge differential. So if you didn't bring forward Theo Martin, you would have had Devin Singletary, who is a pretty solid running back, but he's not fast by any stretch. Does the speed change anything for gameplay? The way Madden working.
Oh, that was
and I don't know.
Really.
As the referees turn a blind eye to that push off, that's an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. Eagles get away there with a defensive pass interference as they definitely blocked the tight end from making a play on that ball.
Yeah, jump paid those refs for sure.
Coach says, yeah, Devin was tough to use in Madden 20. Coach was using the Bills, and he brought forward Kendall Wheeler, who he drafted. Coach, as someone else who brought a running back, you feel the running back was the right word for your team. 3rd and 4 from their own 30-yard line. The Rams need 4 yards for a first. With all 3 timeouts still, they can definitely make a move on this ball.
Yeah, Singletary, even though he's so slow, he's not even that great of a power back. It's weird.
Alright, so here you go. Jeff Goff stepping back. Deep
Oh,
throw
big.
into double coverage. Sidney Jones, Isaiah Ness with the interception, and the Eagles keeper is making himself known once again. I believe he had 2 interceptions in week number 1.
Oh, and
This one,
hit.
and he gets tackled out of bounds. That's going to be unnecessary roughness as he gets hit going towards the line. Just like that, the Eagles are primed to score again. 23 seconds, 2 timeouts. They're already on the Rams' 23-yard line. Scott says Waltz could have drafted my keeper, but he took his keeper wide receiver. He did. Had that chance. Alright.
nice pick.
Just like that, they turn it back around. Now, granted, it's on their own 1-yard line, so they're in tough shape here. But if the Rams can get any sort of room, could be safe, but if the Rams get any sort of room, they can keep this at least getting any bigger of a lead. What's going on, Young Sav? Young Sav is here. That is our Seahawks owner. What is going on, brother? Are you glad that you got your Seahawks after everything? Fake the handoff up the middle. No gain for D'Angelo Gee as he runs into the brick wall of the Philadelphia Eagles defensive line. All right, so coach says, well, I thought I was when I was the Lions, I thought it was. As the Packers, he won't be a huge part right away, but if I ever lose Rodgers, he'll gain an even bigger role. Well, considering you also just traded away Jordan Love, you have to answer some questions here, man, because you got an aging Aaron Rodgers to run your offense. Just gave away the quarterback that was supposed to be his successor. What do you look for now? Rams take a fullback dive, and that should take us to the end of the half. I don't think they're going to call another play.
Wow, that's only the first half.
That is the first half. So the halftime ends. We go into it 20-3 Philadelphia. Now they will be kicking the ball to the Los Angeles Rams for second half. And Dad says, bro, Jamal Adams with Homer at home is broken. Be hit stick. Considering he's got Avalanche, man, that's a nasty tandem. For sure. Now the Rams will have to start again. Now remember, Rams' first drive of the game, they moved the ball very, very well. Didn't make any mistakes. They had to settle for a field goal because the Philadelphia Eagles' red zone defense was outstanding, but they were able to move the ball. Once the Eagles scored on their next drive, though, it seemed like the wheels came off the train as the Rams were making mistake after mistake. Can they shut it down here in the second half and just really lock in? They can stay definitely close to this game. E with a 6-yard rush to get this going. Jelly, what do you think? Do you think the Rams can stay in this based on what we saw compared to his first drive to all the other drives of that first half?
No. Based off that first half, unless he's just got to minimize mistakes. That's the only way.
Indeed, and like I said, considering that first drive was outstanding, and there's the speed, Gee breaks free, and that might go to the house. Isaiah Ness saves a touchdown for the Eagles, but D'Angelo Gee sprints all the way down to the Eagles 31. 1st and 10 for the Rams. New life definitely breathed into them for the second half here. Coach says he should be good with Rodgers for at least 3 years, just needs to fix what the real life Packers messed up this offseason. Okay, I can agree with that. I don't think they need to draft a quarterback, but I also know Rodgers is getting older. In the game, remember, he actually will regress much faster than he will in real life. Goff sees the drag underneath. Tyler Higbee wide open underneath. Gain of 13. 1st and 10 now for the Rams. They're inside the Philadelphia red zone.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know about Rodgers getting 3 seasons.
His 3rd season of last one is when I had him, and we saw how that went.
That is true.
Yeah, that was when he was drinking before every game.
There's the handoff to Gee, gain of about 3. Waltz. Now, we already asked Jelly about what his thoughts are on the Rams. For the Eagles, what do you think the Eagles need to focus on so that this game does not get turned around on them for the second half?
I would just say being conservative on his drives. He's had some picks that he should not have had. Both teams do, but I think Jump Carter is usually better with turnovers like he has been. So I think just running his normal offense and not forcing anything.
I think that would be an absolute definite key here, as Goff misses an easy pass. D'Angelo Gee beat his man. Goff just missed him. 3rd and 7 here. Still just shy of the goal line. That's a huge pass. That's going to take him out of bounds, though. Higbee reaches, gets to the 9. I think he's going to be short. 4th and 1. Yeah. I think he's got to go for it here, though. Down 17. Field goal doesn't really change anything. Maybe makes it from a 3-score game to a 2-score game, but you're still down huge. As you can see here, the Rams are coming at it. They are going for it here. 4th and 1 at the Eagles 9. Now remember, in this league, you have 2 coaches challenges to be used at any time. And their first down fullback run from Hopkins is 2nd of the game. Outstanding play. Don't forget, you have 2 coaches challenges you can use at any point in the game, anytime, anywhere, any place. You can go for it on 4th down twice. Other than that, you can also go for it as Gee gets across, none touched for 4. That's going to bring the score all the way up to 9-20, and then the extra point here will make it a 10-point game. The Rams closing that gap just a little bit, but that momentum might be all that they need.
Yeah, also couldn't have much of a better drive out of the first half than that.
Yep, and especially considering, remember how we used to talk about in Madden 20, Madden momentum was a thing. You can get momentum on your side, you could pretty much lock up a game. And a lot of that momentum comes from turnovers and touchdowns. After the mess of a first half that we saw, this touchdown might get those Rams on page to where they might be able to make a... Scott Topic says, or Coach says, fully expect him to regress in 3 seasons. He would be better than Love. All drafts, I get my picks back. Maybe do a free agent filler in between. Scott says, let's go LA, and he's going to be a 79 by year 3.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. And
Zach.
Wentz with a very slow attempt to do a double fake play action takes the sack by Samson Abukum in the backfield. 2nd and 17, big sack for the Rams.
Those double play actions never work.
Yeah,
I never
take too long. I think Jordan Love could have been an 80+ by season. I think he actually could have passed Rodgers, but that would have taken a lot of development.
What was his starting rating?
71.
Yeah, he could get there with proper development.
Alshon Jeffrey just gets enough separation for a huge gain. 1st and 10. Wentz is already at 313 yards here, and we're not even halfway through the 3rd quarter.
What is Alshon Jeffrey's speed? He outran that corner like it was nothing. I don't think he's that fast, is he?
I don't know if he's that fast. It must have just been like an acceleration or maybe a route running. But he definitely jumped out there. He's got 88 speed. 85 acceleration. So I don't know what could have caused that. As they attempt to hand off, Miles Sanders tackled in the backfield for another loss. 9 rushes for only 3 yards. Miles Sanders is not having a day today, as this Rams defense is continually slamming him to the ground. 2nd and 12 here for the Rams, still on their own, or for the Eagles, still on their own side of the field. They need to keep moving the ball. They've been able to do it pretty well. Wentz has been able to throw the ball pretty successfully, but he has thrown 2 interceptions. So this game is definitely not out of reach. Rams can play their cards right. So coach says, "Oh well, we shall see. Love was in demand, so I took it." Youngstad says he agrees 2 to 3 years to look for the future. He agrees with the trade. There it is. Up. There's going to be a holding call. Checks it down to Sanders underneath. That hold is going to bring this play all the way back. 3rd and 24 from the, or 3rd and 22, sorry, from the 29-yard line. 2nd and 22. 29-yard line. That's going to be huge. Scott says my defense has given up just over 100 rushing yards in 2 games, but like 700 passing yards.
Another thing I've noticed about this Madden is when you get into like 2nd or 3rd and long situations, it gets really hard to convert, like compared to Madden 20.
Where you can just whip it. Whip it!
Yeah.
So, I'm not trying to rub salt in this wound here, but Waltz, how does it feel going from the #1 overall defense on consecutive seasons in Madden 20 to the number 32 defense in Madden 21? What do you think you can do to change that around?
Well, first, obviously, it's not fun. Nice
Zach Ertz, huge completion. That's going to be a 1st down. Eagles converting again. The Rams just leaving the underneath stuff open, and it's hurting them.
I think it's just going to take some patience. I mean, I don't have many good, like, high-rated guys on my defense, so they're just going to focus on trying to develop young guys, and I mean, that's about as much as I can do.
Yeah, you got to put up points.
I mean, I'm putting up the points, but I'm just giving up too many. I think turnovers, though, have been my big problem on offense. I've had each of my games, I've had a pick 6 off my quarterback getting hit. So that's usually been the dagger for me right now. So, I mean, my games have been close, but I'd say that's what's been the difference. Because my first game I only lost by a touchdown. My second game I lost by 2, but I believe he scored a later one.
There's a great pass from Wentz. So on that note, you actually bring up a very good, interesting question here. Everyone was excited coming from Madden 20 when the animations took long to throw the ball, and then they would get hit and they would still bring it back for the sack. But now that we started to see how the game is built this year, your quarterback will let go of the ball, but then it goes wild and throws randomly. Do you kind of wish that you still had the slower animation that would keep the ball from flying too wild, or do you kind of... Are you okay with the idea that you might take an interception here and there, but you could also get away with a good pass?
I'd definitely say that option because that's what's more likely to happen in an actual game. I mean, no quarterback's just gonna be in the middle of a throwing motion and then get sacked and just.
Oh, and there's a deep route, untouched. Deshaun Jackson for a touchdown. Eagles score right back. Jackson just no one with him. Bolted past the defender. Scott says he'd rather take the sack than the interception. Jelly.
Yeah, but that's on the user. Like that, they purposely made it that way. You got to have the awareness to know if you're about to get hit, and you got to know if it's worth it to take that hit or to try to get the ball out. So Scott, that's on you, brother.
They've definitely made the game a really. I feel like the game balance itself, as a whole, much closer to real life right now. Yeah, we've seen some huge passing games,
did you see
but
the patch notes for the next patches coming up?
I have not. Why? What have you seen?
It seems like they're going to go for more of a middle ground between what we're talking about. It seems like they're going to change the animation, so if the quarterback is getting hit on his throwing arm side, he's going to be more likely to take the sack, and he'd be more likely to throw out of it if he's getting hit on the other side.
I guess that kind of makes sense. There's a great grab and jump for the Rams as they get the 1st down. Goff has completed less than 50% of his passes, 9 for 19 so far this game. I'll have to take a look at the patch notes. That'll be interesting. So, as we're getting under here, Once again, if you guys are brand new to the channel, welcome in. This is the week 2 Ground Zero League stream. This is our first stream of Madden 21. And Sav said he's noticed more QB fumbles on sacks than last year too. Yeah, jump is going to be pretty tough in this division. You guys have a tough division overall, Scott, because you're good. Waltz is good. Waltz plays way better than what we're seeing. It's mostly because of his team right now that he's struggling. And unlike Madden 20, where even if a team wasn't good, a good user can make up for it, Madden 21 does not have that room for error anymore. Or I guess that cushion, that buffer, for the elite user players, they can't shut down every route from number to number. You actually have to dedicate and guess which route you want to cover and then defend it. You try and go off of that and to defend a second route, you're going to get hit by the change of direction, the agility, and basically not have the same type of fluency as a lot of people are used to. So it's going to be pretty interesting. Fuge does have a god tier team. It'll be very interesting, and I'm actually supposed to play him tomorrow, so I'm kind of curious after seeing the score line for that first game, what it's going to mean for our game. So we actually have some Twitter battles going on right now about who's going to win each and every division. We'll be discussing that probably in the next game during some of the pauses. As Robert Woods open deep touchdown. That's going to be a 66-yard pass. Touchdown Rams, and they respond quickly. So like I said, as long as the Rams keep their heads in, they actually have a chance to turn this one around. You know that the Eagles are an outstanding team, but as Jump has already shown, he can make mistakes too. Mistakes are part of this game. You can get on the right side of Madden momentum. You have a chance. Doesn't matter what the lead is. All it takes right now is a fumble, score, and we are a 3-point ball game. So, keep tuned. This is interesting. We have a full fourth quarter still to go. We have 24 seconds here in this third. Johnny Hecker is getting ready to go. Scott Topic says, catch a dub. Jump through me 6 interceptions where that's at right now. Yeah. Jump's thrown 2 so far this game. Jump has thrown 2. I'm looking across here. We have me with my crazy hair. Jelly with his 90s emo band look. Waltz has the very proper, I can see Waltz right now being a CEO of a Fortune 500 company with his look. God says
looking
he's
like a
still
true
off.
commissioner.
He is looking like a true commissioner. Jelly looks like he listens to ADTR. Yeah. Yeah. There's a pass. And wow, he came down with that. I don't know how. Scott Topic says he is my dad though.
Yeah, so don't watch your mouth or you'll get grounded.
So far, Deshaun Jackson with another huge grab. The Philadelphia Eagles, as we enter the fourth quarter, have passed for 414 yards already this ball game. Miles Sanders, though, on the other hand, not able to get anywhere on his runs. 12 rushes for 3 yards. So I think you know what the Rams defense is really solid at, and I also think we know what they need to focus on to try and shut off Eagles offense for the remainder of this game. They need to cut down on those passing plays. Because right now, Carson Wentz is the only reason the Eagles are out in front. Here you go, Carson setting up under center. Single back tight formation. Wide receivers on the left. It appears to be Rager and Jeffrey. There's a tip. Another tip.
Wow.
And that nearly got recovered by both teams, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and 12. Young Sav says,
like
don't hate on the goat, Scott. All right.
Hey, Jelly.
What's up?
Leonard Fournette just signed with Tampa.
Oh, no way. How many running backs do they need?
I don't know.
Well, that's only 2 really good ones, though, right? Right now, Rojo and Leonard. Oh, he missed. That was intercepted, and we were talking about this.
They signed LaShawn McCoy, too.
Oh, I forgot they have
Their
McCoy.
running back. So they have.
So
Logan.
the Eagles miss a wide open slant underneath here. Try to go for the home run ball, and that gets flipped around for an interception. Now the Rams are looking at a chance to get right back in. Down by 10 with the ball in their 4. They can drive the side of the field. They're going to cut this down to a 1-possession game. Here,
Jump.
go.
I guarantee Jump is so pissed at himself.
Oh, I
All he
bet.
has to do is close this out.
That's exactly what I said he shouldn't do. Like the passes like those, he doesn't need to do when he's up by 2 possessions in the fourth
Now it's
quarter.
like, was that a delay of game? Delay of game, the offense? Or is that a false start? Well, regardless, loss of 2 because they're inside. It's just half the distance. Well, 1st and 12 from the 2-yard line now. Looks like Jump is going to play this very aggressively, out in a 4-6 formation here against a 3 wide receiver set for Rams. Oh man, wide open, hits it. Oh, Josh Reynolds. That looked like an interception in the making, and then he overcommitted. Josh Reynolds had the open field, could not hold on to the ball. I think he looked upfield too fast. Ball duds off his hand, and it's going to be 2nd and 12 from the 2. Wow, so many mixed emotions got to be flying on that one.
Yeah, he should. I thought he had that.
Bill says he has Brady, Leonard, and Godwin in fantasy football this year. That is fantastic.
Man.
Except that your entire team now is the Bucks. There's an open slant. Nice grab and slide. Cooper Kupp, 3rd and inches. But that's going to put them now in a range where they can keep this drive going. Inches is much easier than 12 yards. So here we go. 3rd and inches. And since we're in the 4th quarter here, the Rams now can go for it as much as they want. The Eagles have not used any of their coaches' challenges, so they do still have 2. There's a wide open pass on the edge.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Hopkins gets past Ness. He's running. He's going down to the 32. And just like that, the Rams are in business. In field goal range now, looking to add more. 27-17. And the Rams drive all the way up to the Eagles' 32-yard line here on that beautiful flat pass to the tight end, Hopkins. 1st and 10 here. Off with the backfield. Looks. It's Robert Woods underneath. Woods almost edges around but gets grabbed by the defender there. 2nd and 1. 9-yard gain for the Rams as they're just shy of the red zone here.
Oh, man. Make it
Now,
a 1-score game.
That 15.5-point line is in big danger after the Eagles had a huge lead. Rams are looking at closing this gap here. Goff's going to force it.
Oh, wow.
Goff is going to complete it. 1st down. Beautiful, beautiful pass. I believe that was Tyler Higbee. It was the tight end with a great grab. 1st and 10 inside the Eagles' red zone at the 18-yard line. And the Rams need 18 more here. They're going to turn this game into a field goal difference. D'Angelo Gee takes the handoff, gets about 7. 15 rushes, 110 yards, and a touchdown. D'Angelo Gee is having a ball game today. What do you think, Waltz? Will we see the same type of performance from the other keeper running back that we're going to see tonight, Mr. Leo Martin?
No.
You think the Dolphins can shut him down hard? Goff rolls. Goff throws it away. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Very smart play there by Goff. Not only does that stop the clock, but it doesn't allow him to lose any additional yardage. It's still just a 3rd and 3 rather than a 3rd and 7. All right,
Game's
here we
getting
go.
interesting, boys.
Big play. Ness is moving around the field right now. Definitely you can tell the Eagles are not comfortable in this exact spot. There's another one. Oh no, he rolls back. He gets in. Robert Woods reaches, not enough. 1st and goal on the 1. They're going to no huddle and get right to the back up there. Where is this ball going? Is it a receiver? Is it Gee? Who's touching this football, boys?
Oh, no.
There's a little check down. Who's Goff looking for? And it's nearly intercepted. Isaiah Ness makes a beautiful read and just barely misses stealing that ball away at the goal line.
Oh, amazing to run that.
I thought so too. I thought he was going to run that in.
I did too. And here we go. It looks like he's coming out in a goal line formation. No wideouts. 2nd and goal though for the Rams. Here's Goff. Toss.
Oh.
Gee to the outside.
Got it.
Gee scores.
Nice.
He reaches. Touchdown Rams. And an extra point here will make this a 3-point ball game with just over 4 minutes left in the quarter. Now Jelly, who said there was no way there would be a comeback, looking at a 3-point differential between his pick, underdog Rams, in this week 2 showdown here. Jelly,
Listen,
one
we
moment.
still haven't. He still hasn't proven me wrong. Okay, he hasn't come back and won yet.
I was gonna say, Jelly, would you trade teams, or are you still Team Jump Carter right now?
Jump. I think Jump's gonna close this out. This drive. He's not gonna make. Well, hopefully he won't force it.
Here you go. Fourth quarter, 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go. 3-point lead for the Eagles. Do have the ball. If they can either score or keep the ball down, they can end this game if they can lock it up. But if the ball goes back, all the Rams need is a field goal to force overtime or a touchdown to complete the nearly impossible comeback from this game the way it started here. First run, gain of 1 there for Miles Sanders. Going to be 2nd and 9 for the Eagles from their own 28-yard line. Scott Topic says I bet he throws it in trying to force it to earth. Stav says we got a ball game. Bill said we still had our draft when he was a Jaguar. Gotcha. Talking all the way back about Leonard Fournette. That's old news. Miles Sanders tries the cut and instead gets stuck. Loss of 2. 14 rushes for 2 yards. And it's going to be 3rd and 11 now for the Eagles. They need a big pass.
This is tough for Jump because he can't get that run game going, and that's exactly what he needs to kill this clock.
Say, if you guys saw those numbers, 14 rushes for 2 yards. Miles Sanders on the ground right now. Here we go, 3rd and 11. I think everyone in the park knows this is going to be a pass, even those cardboard cutout fans during this COVID year.
Oh,
there's a wide
short.
open play, but it's short.
Got a
Gain of 9.
He's got a
4th and 2.
Oh, he stopped the clock.
Oh, he's punting.
So Jump is going to rely on his defense here. He can go for it. He still has his 2 coaches challenges, but if he doesn't get it, it basically ensures the Rams can tie the game with a field goal. So a punt here is the smart play. Going to force the ball all the way back. And now the Rams are going to be driving. So here we go, boys and girls. 3 minutes, 3 points, 73 yards. That is what the Rams need to take the lead. Field goal can tie it, but you really want to leave it up to a field goal and then a coin flip to see who gets the ball in overtime. All right, so here we go. Rams finding to the outside. D'Angelo Gee gets to the edge, gets the first, a 13-yard grab on the outside. That's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 40 now. Still in bounds, though. The clock is going to keep on rolling.
He's just another amazing target for him with the receiving ability he has.
Yeah, his catching rating is pretty high, too, if I remember right.
Well,
doesn't the Rams already didn't have enough targets?
Oh, and there's a deep pass.
Oh,
we missed him.
Robert Woods wide open, beats his defender.
Oh,
Jared Goff does not get it to his guy.
Yeah, I guarantee he raged.
And an anger timeout. Oh no, the coach threw his hands up and the refs thought he called timeout and they're going to burn one. So the Rams now have 2 timeouts to go, trailing by 3 here. Just shy of the 2-minute warning on that incomplete pass. Goff sets up. He gets open again.
Man, how disheartening is that? You just missed a game-winning, potentially, throw.
And then called time.
Yeah, waste of timeout.
The 3rd and 3. And we get to the 2-minute warning here.
Oh, that sucks.
All right, we do have to remind him to spread out the ball, though, because in week number 1, I know his running back has receiver abilities, but in week 1, he had almost 48% of the grabs. So, do have to remind him he does have to spread that ball out between all of his receivers.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hands it off. Gee's open, untouched. Tackled at the 43-yard line. They are now across the midway point. They are in Philadelphia territory.
This man is the next McCaffrey.
1st and 10. Got some really good attributes if you look at him. He's a superstar, 88 overall, 95 speed. Goff looks, Goff throws it, and another great grab. Cooper Kupp comes down with the ball, just flips it up in the air. That's going to be a first down for the Rams, all the way up to the 31. Philly takes a timeout here. I think Philly wanted to rest their defenders. That's the only thing I can think of for why you would call a timeout on defense. Unless they're just trying to make sure they have a chance. Here's D'Angelo Gee. On a screen. Wallace with the right read. Great tackle, and that keeps Gee to just a 1 yard gain there. Second and 11. No, 1 yard loss. Sorry, that's a loss of yards. Second and 11 now for the Rams. We also have to talk to you about not running backwards. No, that's people want to try and do to get more space, but can't be having everyone running backwards. Get to the edges. Verticals, underneath. Tyler Higbee.
Oh my God, he missed.
A miss, hit stick allows an additional 6 yards. Now it's all the way up to the 11. Philly takes its second time out here. First and 10 now for the Rams from the 11-yard line. 57 seconds to go, 2 timeouts. They have a shot to come right back into
Scott.
First and 10 at the 11.
Here we go. Goff setting up in the shotgun. Now looks like it's going to be a false start. It is false start on the offense, messing around too much. That's a loss of 15 yards. Now back to their 16. Scott says, I want to make the playoffs with Washington again, Waltz. Ness on guard. Pass in. Oh, it could have been over. That could have secured it. Instead, it drops harmlessly to the ground. Oh, big heartbreak for Jump Carter there. You know he's salty. Second and 15 from the Eagles 16-yard line. That pick would have changed the entire texture, and I think that might have ended this game here. Goff throws. That's a pick. And that's intercepted. Wallace takes it away in the end zone, and that should pretty much end this game. Even if the Eagles were to kneel it out, the Rams were to burn both timeouts. That'll leave less than 5 seconds on a punt that they could just sky to end the game. But that is huge defensive stand for the Eagles. And now the Rams need a turnover. That is their only shot here, forcing a turnover. 3-point lead. There's the handoff. Miles Sanders. And that's not even going to be enough, unfortunately. He burned 4 seconds on that play. He does it again, and he can kneel that last one, and it's over.
Don't fumble.
No fumble. This play is the one. This is the one that matters right here. Fumble here is deathly for the Eagles. Coach says, should have played safe, went to overtime, and hoped something opened up. All right, 3rd and 2,
Yeah,
but see, with that, he could kneel, and it is over. No chance of a fumble. And our first game goes to the Philadelphia Eagles, who make a huge stand in the goal line for an interception to end the game. 27-24 Philadelphia. And just think, the Rams burned a timeout in rage. Right now, they could have used it to have an additional 40 seconds to make a play. That rage timeout ends up biting the Rams in the rear. That will end this ball game. Philly goes out on top, 27-24. We'll be coming at you live in just a few moments with the game number 2. It's going to be Jelly and his Tampa Bay Bucks taking on Mills and the Miami Dolphins, Florida Showdown. So Jelly, we'll catch you in a little bit. I'm going to end up muting the channel for now so that you can game.
Yeah, you'll be hearing a lot of bad words if you kept me on, so.
Good luck, brother.
Thanks, buddy.
Alright, so with Jelly muted and off games, we are going to be watching, or not the Bucks, you're right. We're watching the Bills and Dolphins. Not a Florida Showdown, it's a back east showdown though, as Jelly and his Buffalo Bills take on Mills and his Miami Dolphins. Waltz, you said you took the Dolphins in this game, right? Plus 5.5.
Yeah, I took the spread. I think it'll be close, just like this game. I mean, I think it's up for grabs. I think honestly, I think Mills having experience with one game could be the difference.
So Jelly played, he just didn't get to finish his game. You don't think that makes a difference?
That's a good point. I don't know.
It's not. I don't know
think
what kind of a line that is, Scott. The line is definitely Bills minus 5.5. I don't know where you got the Bills being spotted points, brother.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
All right. So while he is going to the restroom, we'll be covering a little bit more. As you can see, he is doing his upgrades here. Oh, winning by 10. Winning by 10. That's not what the plus means, though. The plus means the underdog covering the spread, brother. Come on now. Alright, so on that note, we're going to back this one out. Congratulations to Jump on the first win of the stream. What a finish. You don't know any of that? Fair enough, fair enough. Alright. So looking around the league, some of the scores and stuff that we have seen in the last few days here. So week number 1, we had quite a few showdowns. We had a few games that did not actually get played, unfortunately. Going down the line, the Chicago Bears ended up upsetting the Detroit Lions in Detroit. Game 31-24. That was without the proper keeper for the Lions, so we'll get to see Devontae Bomber on the correct. Sting Squibb and the Baltimore Ravens were able to outlast Evil Mac and the Cleveland Browns 35-25. Saints and Buccaneers game got simmed. As the Bucks coach was not able to make the game, they end up forfeiting. They end up still playing, but the New Orleans Saints end up on top 34-28. Arizona Cardinals under Brumby mashed on the 49ers in San Francisco 44-20. Bengals shut out the Chargers 34-0. Indianapolis Colts came over the Jacksonville Jaguars 44-10. Dallas Cowboys were able to beat out the Rams 49-24 in a one game. Patriots were able to outlaw Q, and the Patriots were able to beat the Miami Dolphins 28-20. Eagles were able to edge out the Washington football team 37-30. The Buffalo Bills were able to beat out the New York Jets owner 26-21. They ended up playing, but the game got postponed, and the Bills ended up being able to take the forced win because of the disconnect. So Bills have not been able to play an all the way through game. This will be the first time that they get all the way through the stress levels. Next one, Green Bay edges Minnesota in it was a touchdown. Green Bay ends up 27-26. Carolina beat the Las Vegas Raiders 38-7. The Atlanta Falcons put up the high points 59 in week. Hawks 59-35. Pittsburgh was able to edge out the New York Giants 34-28 in open week. Kansas City 34, Houston 7, and Tennessee was able to just edge out Denver 17-13 in week number 1. All right, so these guys said they're ready to go. We'll be getting them going. You boys are ready to start. Right now we're trying to see if we can get either which of you guys is running a higher stream quality is going to determine who we're actually going to follow. You guys say you're ready, but neither one of you is streaming at the moment, as far as I can see here. We're going to have to get you. Okay. We're probably going to be running the stream on both live. You guys are good to start. Go ahead and go. We got you. Alright, so it looks like for right now, both Mills and Jelly are ready to go. We are getting them reared up to go here. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get this set up for you really quickly. And way too many tabs here. Everything's like all crossed over. It looks. All right. Whenever you guys are ready, you are good to go. Looks like they're both loading up. Waltz, which channel are you watching from?
I haven't pulled one up yet. I'll probably watch Mills.
We'll probably be watching from Jelly's side, but we'll be switching back and forth. How about this? If they're both on time, it looks like they are, we'll watch from whoever has the offensive side of the ball so you guys can watch both sides what they like to do on offense. This should be a pretty fun game for them. These guys are pretty common opponents when they play each other. They're both very, very good. Used to be very good defensive players with a little bit of offense, a little bit of crazy offense. Now, both teams are basically in rebuilder mode with decent young pieces all over the field. So here we go, guys. This is your game. The 1-0 Buffalo Bills taking on the 0-1 Miami Dolphins. The Buffalo Bills are the favorite. They're projected to win 27-21, so the line is Buffalo minus 5.5. Let me know if you guys are taking that line or if you're taking Dolphins with the points. Curious to see it. Tua Tagovailoa starts off here as the shotgun. Hands off to Matt Breida for the first play of the game. That's going to be a huge start. 15 yards for Matt Breida. Just like that, the Dolphins are already knocking on the door of the midfield marker. Waltz, who do you have for game number 2? I know you said taking the Dolphins 5.5 because of the points. You think it's going to be close. What do you think are going to be the keys of the game for both sides here?
I think offense. I mean, I know Jelly's got a good defense. I haven't seen him play, obviously, because his last game got lagged out. So I think getting a feel for his offensive playbook will be big for him. I think Mills honestly is defense, so his defense isn't the best compared especially to Jelly's. So I think when Jelly's got the ball, that's going to be the difference of how he moves down the field.
Fair enough. So I know Miami doesn't have the best overall defense. Definitely weak spots all across, but they have one of the better secondaries in the league. Do you think that having veterans like Byron Jones and already forgetting the other guy's name, Davian Howard, think that makes a difference for Miami Dolphins in regards to how Jelly might approach passing against this Dolphins defense?
Yeah, I think so. I think Byron Jones being able to guard Stephon Diggs will be big, especially with the lack of depth behind him. I guess John Brown's not a bad option, but I think Mills having someone to cover Stephon Diggs will be big. But I think the linebackers will be the biggest difference if he can stop 96 speed running back.
That is true. Both sides have that fast running back here as it's Breida taking on Martin. Steve Finney says Mills loves those dump offs. I think a lot of people have found this year in Madden, if you're not going to make a lot of big reads, checking down and letting your running backs just take off is probably going to be one of the metas you'll see in head-to-head this year. We've already seen how strong screens are. We've seen a lot of the wiggle stuff going on. As long as you're throwing the ball into the flats, your guys can kind of just take off on the defense. I think we're going to see a lot of running backs leading the league or at the top of their teams as the number one receivers this year. Last year, it used to be the number one receiver or tight ends that would be the top dogs on each. Also, don't forget that the Miami Dolphins don't have a whole lot of offensive weapons. Either Albert Wilson, Devontae Parker, and I don't even remember who the other person was that I just saw there. They don't really have a whole lot of wide receiver depth. Their best tight end is Adam Shaheen, former Chicago Bear. And, of course, Matt Breida as the running back is definitely a prime offensive weapon that the Miami Dolphins have.
He doesn't have Gesicki?
Oh, he does. He has Mike Gesicki, but I don't know if Gesicki got hurt. Definitely starting Shaheen right now. Or at least Shaheen got the first grab. I don't know if where it works on the depth chart. Looking at his team on the game right now, Mike Gesicki is in there, so maybe it just happened to be a play to Jordan Howard with his first carry. No gain against that Buffalo defense. Now flip it around. We've already talked about Miami's defense, their woes. What do you think of Buffalo's look, adding Leo Martin and Stephon Diggs to the already young, speedy offense that is the Bills? And with their pretty much top-level defense, what do you think Bills need to do to secure a win here and maintain its presence in?
I think his run defense will be the difference. I think, like I said, he is the guy to guard Diggs, and you even said he's got a good secondary, so I think he'll be good there. I think the more the middle of the field, how they handle the runs and passes up the middle of the tight end will definitely be make or break for him.
Makes sense. With both these teams being running back oriented and how they orchestrate their offense, I think we're going to see a pretty similar game plan here for both sides. It's just going to be who executes better, because we know on paper the Bills team as a whole is definitely an improved version of the Dolphins, but it also depends on what the coaches are doing. That Mills is a strategist and tactician. Jelly is very, very good. Jelly is very, very good. But Jelly, if he's not getting some of the breaks, sometimes get in his own head, and I think that's going to be the biggest thing. Jelly needs to maintain his mindset and his headspace, because he can compete with Mills. They're both very, very good players, but Mills doesn't tend to fold or get into bad habits if things start going against him, the way Jelly has done in the past. Here we go. First drive for the Bills. Handoff. Leo Martin takes it for 2 yards up the middle. Doesn't find any space. It actually ends up almost running up his offensive line's back. Second and... So with the rest of this division, you got Jelly leading 1-0 in Buffalo. You have Q 1-0 in New England. Bills is 0-1 with the Dolphins, but like your Giants, the Dolphins are definitely a rebuilder project. So it's not like he's going to be an immediate competitor as that ball gets knocked out. Josh Allen incomplete for his first pass, but not his fault. And of course, you got Mickey, who's 0-1 with the Jets. Where do you think that division goes? I know, according to Twitter post that we saw has the division between Q and Jelly. What are your thoughts on this?
I'd probably say Jelly has the biggest advantage, basically, mainly because of his ratings for the first season at least. I think Q and Mills will both put up a good fight. I mean, I don't know much about Mickey still, so I can't say anything bad about him, or good though. So, but if I had to choose, I'd probably say Jelly, solely based off his roster, because I mean, Q and Mills are both really good too.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the abilities and better ratings will affect Jelly the most.
I can agree with that. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 6, just shy of the 50-yard marker. The Bills, in order to get this first down, will need to cross into Miami territory here. 2nd and 6. Josh Allen under center. Leo Martin in that backfield. Diggs on the left. What appears to be John Brown on the right. And Leo Martin gets a hole, gets a gap, gets up to the 40, 41. Gets up to the 40. That's a big gain. 15 yards for the Bills, and it'll be a first down in Miami's territory here. Who's the man on the right? Floppy says, that stud, ladies and gentlemen, is your league owner and commissioner, Mr. Waltz. Young Sav says, Jamal says hi, Q. They must have just played. That must have just been a rough Jamal Adams game. All right, so looking at the league Twitter, we actually had questions put up prompting who's going to win each and every division. Let's see if you can agree or disagree with where all these. Thanks for the kind words and kick rocks, cheater, says at Young Sav. Jamal Adams must have just been wrecking hell there, as Bills unable to decide who to cover. Doesn't get away with the ball, but Shaq Lawson is going to come out of this game with an injury. Well, hopefully it's not a long one here. That injury could be a huge detriment to the Miami defense. So AFC West, 83.9% of voters voted that B Fine would win the AFC West over Lycans, Chargers, Tigers, Raiders, and Doyle's Broncos. Do you agree or disagree this one?
I think we can all agree with that.
Big Daddy Devin says, "Eat a sandwich." Okay.
Do you know him?
No, I do not.
I don't either. That's funny.
I have no idea who that guy is or why we're eating a sandwich, but all right, Big Daddy Devin.
If you bring one to me, bro.
All right, so here you go. First and goal, the handoff. Leo Martin pushes and scores. First touchdown of the game belongs to Leo Martin and the Buffalo Bills. Martin already making a point that he's trying to prove to Jelly he was the right decision to be the keeper for the Buffalo Bills. Touchdown, Leo Martin. First actual played game here. He did get a few carries, 15 for 73 yards in game 1, but he was not controlled. It was an automatic sim, so there was no control of that player. Alright, so moving then to the next one. AFC North. 58.6% of the voters voted that Bling and the Ravens will win in the AFC North, despite there being some very heavy competition in that division. You got Oscars Browns, Donkeys Steelers, and Chuck's Bengals. Agree or disagree that Bling and the Ravens will take that division?
I disagree, actually. I think Chuck will win that division. I think his defense, like ability, his usering will definitely make a difference, and that offense he's got is pretty nice too. I think in the end, I think he'll pull it out. I think Bling will be a very close second though.
So it's really funny that you say that. I hopped into Chuck's stream earlier when he was playing his game and made a content about, Matt Breida splits the defenders and just scores. Breida takes it to the house, 75-yard touchdown, and Miami responds quickly. Breida says he's the best back on the field today. We're in for a real big battle here. Breida just took off. Touchdown, Miami. That's going to put them back out in front here. It's going to be a 10-7 lead for Miami. So I was talking to Chuck, and I told him, I was like, that Bengals roster is actually pretty solid. I don't know why so many people passed on it. He said he didn't understand what I was seeing because he thinks that the team is really bad.
I don't. I mean, he's got Geno Atkins. And now he brought his X Factor cornerback over. He's got. I know the Bengals have a fast middle linebacker, or fast couple of linebackers, and pretty young defensive line. Obviously, Geno Atkins is kind of old, but on the outside, they got some young guys that'll be easily developed.
You got defensive ends, Dunlap, who's older, Lawson and Hubbard, who are both young. You have Atkins and DJ Reader with Mike Daniels. An interception, Miami. Xavier Howard takes it away from Josh Allen, and that's going to be a pick 6, and Miami is already out in front, 16-7. This is where we're going to need to see Matt St. Jelly and the Bills. They need to lock it down. No mistakes. Stay in your headspace. It's still a lot of game to play. This is only the first quarter. He definitely needs to make a huge comeback here. He needs to just play, be a little bit more careful with the mistake. But yeah, you got that outstanding. There's 6 outstanding defensive linemen for the Bengals. They have Josh Bynes, who's older, outside. Logan Wilson, Jermaine Pratt, who are young middle linebackers. Then super speed on the other side, you got Jordan Evans, Team Davis Gaither, who's a young rookie, Brady Sheldon. So you have some good speed linebackers there too. Cornerbacks, you got William Jackson, Trey Waynes, Kenzie Alexander, and now you have the X Factor rookie Kendall Battles coming. Leo Martin takes the handoff, runs, gains about 5. You have Earl Thomas, Jesse Bates, and Von Bell in the secondary because he did sign Earl Thomas in the offseason as well. So I mean, you really disagree that this Bengals team... Wait. You really disagree that this team is weak? I don't see any weakness in that defense.
Yeah, I don't see why he says that. I mean, I guess the only questionable thing on that is linebackers.
Yeah, but agreed. He's smart. He'd run a big nickel set, put 3 safeties on the board because he's got 3 good ones. Then you only really need to worry about that one last sub linebacker spot. You got Joe, or I guess any nickel dime formation where you have the sub linebacker being one of the safeties, he'll be fine. You got Mixon. Still got AJ Green, Tyler Boyd, and super speed John Ross. As Leo Martin breaks out into the space, Byron Jones catches him and pushes him out of bounds. That's a huge gain to respond. 46 yards for Leo Martin. First down for the Bills, and they are trying to stay in this. Told y'all Ricky's good. I think we all know Ricky's good, man. Yeah, I don't see why he thinks his team is weak, but you say Chuck and the Bengals take it. 20.7% of the voters agreed with you. Otherwise, the majority is bling. So here we go. This is an interesting one. AFC East. We're seeing the top two dogs in the AFC East right now, or two of the dogs in the AFC East going to battle right now. Q Marks and the Pats are the third competitive team, and we don't know anything about poor Mickey. We have not seen anything from him, but looking at the voting, 63% of the voters think that Matt St. Jelly and the Bills are going to win the AFC East as he throws a touchdown. Stephon Diggs wide open on a deep post down the middle. Touchdown Buffalo. This is a one-possession game once again. Do you agree or disagree that Jelly is going to be the top dog in the AFC?
I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a 1-game, 2-game decision. Like I said, I think Jelly's roster will be the difference.
I guess the bigger question, do you think there's disrespect here as Q Marks with the New England Patriots team and his overall play style that we all know is coming in at 7.4%. 7% of the voters thought that Q has a chance at winning.
I'd say that's pretty low. Q's a good player. I mean, especially with how Madden 21's set up right now, I think it's up for grabs for anyone.
Got the best corner in the game, though. He's got Stephon Gilmore there.
Yeah,
Matt Brady
that defense is amazing, and then he's got Cam Newton. That offense isn't bad. I mean, that roster can definitely win a division.
But you think the Bills' depth is what's going to be there?
I think the difference in this division will be the divisional matchups like this.
Matt Brady, another big game. Yeah, I agree with you. I think these divisional matchups are going to be close, especially with the way these guys play. This could be a tough division. All right, moving on down. The final one of the AFC South. We have a two-way tie at the top. 32.1% of the voters have up as there's another check down. Tua has completed 7 of 8 so far for 123 yards. Breda, though, has 5 of those grabs. As I said, teams are going to be favoring checking down a lot because of the way the defenses are, so we're going to have to remind everyone they have to spread out their passes. AFC South, 32.1% of voters have picked the Titans by T. White and the Colts, owned by Nate, to win the AFC South. Do you think it's crazy that we have two teams that are tied to take that division?
No, I think both of them are definitely capable of winning that division. I think the Titans will win it this year. They got a solid team, knowing from experience. I think people are sleeping on Dak though with the Texans. I mean, that's gonna be a fun offense to use with Watson, and then you got fast Will Fuller, Brandon Cooks. He brought an X Factor tight end over. If he has a good playbook that he's comfortable with, I think he'll do very well on offense. And he's got JJ Watts. I mean,
you can never count down JJ.
Sleeper pick to win that division. But if I had to choose, I'd probably go Titans.
Okay. What do you think then between the Titans and Colts? What do you think will be the deciding factor for who ends up being able to take the top?
I think Nate using Jacob Eason, whose rating is low. I think that could be a difference. I didn't watch his first game, so I don't know how he did. But having that low of a quarterback could be the difference.
Especially in a game with defense the way it is.
It's going to be much better, but it is a big difference.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Tannehill's still an 80, whereas Eason, a 68? So.
Yeah. I don't think he's even that. I think he started as like a 64.
Yeah. And especially in a game when it's so pass heavy, as Tua ends up with a huge handoff and Matt Breda again takes off. Jordan Howard pushes it up to the 1, second and goal from the 1 here. Point ball game. Do you think it's going to be a little more, I guess, you said you think that the Texans are the underdog here. They got 10%. They are the lowest of the teams in the AFC South to be given votes to win. So you got the Texans for your sleeper, and you take the Titans because the Colts quarterback situation is definitely dangerous. I have to say I agree with you. I mean, when you look at it, as Breda pushes in for a touchdown, that's going to be another touchdown on the ground for the Dolphins here. They extend their lead to 2 possessions. Once again, 23-14. This extra point will determine whether it's a 10. It is 24-14 here. 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter. So knowing the way that the game plays this year with the way pass defense is going to be key. We're thinking pass defense would be really tough, but it's only usering. Pass defense itself is still perfectly fine. I think I have to agree with you that the quarterback situation is definitely going to be what determines who. We know the Colts have speed. They got Parrish Campbell and they have T.Y. Hilton, so they got a pair of speedy wideouts, but you can't throw to them consistently. That benefit might be for naught.
Yep.
Here we go. 4.5. Bills under center in the I formation. Handed off to Leo Martin, who again, there was open space. That looked like Jelly was holding the turbo button. If he wasn't doing that, I think he breaks that one long too. No one past that guy who tackled him, that corner. That's danger. Danger, Will Robinson, for these Miami Dolphins to let Leo Martin get started like that. And there he goes again. Leo Martin, 8 rushes, 100 yards, and a touchdown. Matt Brady on the other side got a very, very similar breakdown, both receiving and catch and running. Oh, this is the type of barn burner game where it's just going to be a ground and pound. It's going to be a matter of who can get a stop, because I think neither team can really. I don't think there's going to be as many wild passes this. That's a beautiful pass, but that is going to be a hold on the offense, I believe. It is. Left tackle with a hold. That's going to bring that one back. 1st and 15 for the Buffalo Bills here. And that's going to pull them away from the 50-yard marker. Oh, Waltz. Can't believe you were beating me up on Fall Guys, man.
I wouldn't say that. I didn't get any wins.
That's true. We have to get a league game night going. Now that we have our league streams back, we're gonna have to start doing like league game night, like goofy party game. We have all the party pack games. I bought all 5 packs. There it is. Grieger Hill. Josh Allen steps up, almost misses Foster, but luckily Foster reaches out and pulls that in for a gain of 4. Allen kind of stepped off and just made a little bit of a wide pass. He was able to recover though, luckily, because his receiver saw it and came back to the ball. So it's going to be 2nd and 11 after the hold. 2nd and 11 here for the Bills. 3 minutes to go. And I believe the Bills get the ball back at the half, right? Because the Dolphins started with it. Yeah. Bills, I believe, get the ball back at the half. So all they need right now, really, any points. Field goal, touchdown, either one of those, and that's going to put them in line to tie this game at halftime. Or coming out of the halftime break. Allen with another handoff. Leo Martin does a little dance and jig. Gets around the first, but gets tackled by the second. Now, we saw some nifty moves from Breda earlier. We're not seeing those out of Martin yet. I think Jelly's a little more conservative, I guess, with the wiggle stick. While that can be beneficial in certain regards.
What was that?
Our cats are fighting. We have a brand new female cat, and every day, one of our other cats who likes to play follows her, and she just screams at him. She'll follow him into another room, and scream at him like it's his.
Sounded like a cat was dying.
It did. Scott says, "Is the cat okay?" No, she's perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure he didn't even touch her yet, because usually if they fight, you hear hissing. But that sound is just our other cat Gizmo walking near her, and she sees him and screams. So it's been a lovely sound to listen to over and over in the house. Oh, Leo Martin gets open in the end zone for a touchdown. Josh Allen finds him on that beautiful red zone corner route. That's going to bring this game to within 3. Now, granted, Mills is going to have a chance here. Got a minute 55. Got 2 timeouts, and he's got an offense 3 timeouts, and he's got an offense that has not been stopped. Jelly misses the kick. And just like that, Kicking Clinic returns number 2 for the stream. That's our 2nd miss of the stream. let's get that kicking. We need to get a kicking clinic emote. I might have to change one of mine just for this for you guys, because that is embarrassing. Embarrassing, y'all. How do I get this away? Can't get this thing to disappear. What is going on? It's the lag. It probably is. There's probably a little bit of lag. That would also explain why Jelly's not wiggle sticking around while he's trying. But all the same, it's still pretty funny. Still pretty funny. Here we go. Dua's in the shotgun. Like I said, 1:55, 3 timeouts, and an offense that has been moving consistently. And the Dolphins put up more points here going into halftime. All they need is a field goal to lock in a touchdown lead going into half. Touchdown makes this a possession game and takes away Jelly's chance to tie it coming out of the break. Underpass. Quick little hitter there. 2nd and 4. 6-yard gain. Clock is running. You could do it all over, Waltz, knowing that you had the Giants, knowing your keeper situation. Which team would you have preferred to have taken at your spot? Steps back, looks underneath, finds Devontae Parker. That's going to be a first down, gain of 7. Clock continues to run.
I don't know. I still would have passed the Bengals. I might have taken. Trying to think who's even out there.
All right, so these are the teams that got selected after your pick. We'll cover this in the break here. Tua steps up, hits the route, the verticals route there, first down, and that's going to move the ball all the way up into Buffalo territory. Albert Wilson, 19-yard reception here, and it's in Buffalo's 44-yard line. The team selected after you had the Giants, the Broncos, the Dolphins, the Steelers, Lions, Falcons, Panthers, Raiders, Texans, Jets, Bengals, Jaguars. That's up. Wide open, Matt Breida just sitting underneath the coverage at the 30-yard line.
I think the only team I would have considered that out of those probably be Pittsburgh.
You wouldn't even consider Carolina or Atlanta?
No. I'm done with that division.
Fair enough. Matt Breida had a chance, wiggled right into the defender. That's going to be a first down at the 17 inside the red zone. Timeout is called. 25 seconds. 1 timeout to go and 17 at the 17-yard line here. Buffalo needs to make a stand just to keep Miami from putting 7 on the board here. There's a wide open wheel. Breida catches another one. Touchdown, Miami. Matt Breida is having a ball game. That's going to make this a 31-20 lead after this extra point. Now, 20 seconds at 3 timeouts. Buffalo can still move the ball up a little bit, but they're not going to have the same type of flexibility that Miami had. Keep on going. All right. 31-20, 20 seconds. I'm nice with the Falcons, low-key. I'm very comfortable with the Falcons. I think I have an advantage in I played as the Falcons for 2 years in Madden 20. Got very, very comfortable with them. Changed to the Giants for that last year. Got my keeper and was able to come right back to the Falcons. Not a whole lot of changeover. I am definitely missing Gandy Golden and Sheheim Carter the way that they were. But able to replace those two with some decent things. It's just comfort with the team. Very familiar with them. I will say, being in a division and having to play Waltz and Jelly and with 2 times apiece definitely stuffed us. And yes, Gurley is an improvement, but Devonta Freeman was not bad. Freeman was actually really, really good. And Dawson Knox with the huge grab. That's going to be a great catch for 9 yards. Timeout from Matt St. Jelly and the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, Gurley is a really good running back, but again, he's an 86 star. Devonta Freeman was an 84 star. So, I mean, it's not like there's a huge difference, truthfully. Tito Smith being my backup still, no difference. Josh Allen finds Stephon Diggs up the middle. That's going to be a gain of 11. Second timeout called. He's up to the 45 now. He needs to get up to about the 31 I'll say maybe the 35 have a decent chance. Now he is lagging a little bit, so that can make the kick very difficult at those range. More yards, the better here. He needs at least 15 to have a shot. There's an open shot. Stephon Diggs catches it down the field. 4 seconds of that timeout, and this should be a 3-pointer as that conversion gets him all the way up to the 21-yard line. That's gonna make this a 38-yard punt or 38-yard field goal. Now Miami takes the timeout. I know everyone does it out of habit. Now just remember, there is no icing the kicker mechanic in the first half. Icing the kicker only applies for the second. So on that note, Matt St. Jelly, Buffalo Bills, all they need is 3 points. It's going to be an 8-point game going into the break. They get it. It's going to be 31-23. Buffalo will start with the football in the second half. So after one half of football, 2 quarters, 31-23, Miami. Now don't forget the line is Buffalo 5.5 as the favorites. Scott says this is a great game. It is indeed. This is a pretty nice game to enjoy here. Even that first one, it started very one-sided, became a very, very tight game by the end. That was a fantastic finish, all the way down to the final interception on the goal line inside of a minute. Quarter. Fantastic way to finish the game. Now we're looking at getting a second one. Waltz looks disgusted. That face, taking the face again. Here we go. Josh Allen, split back shotgun formation. Takes it with the fake. Oh, that might be picked. Oh, Dawson Knox just gets edged. They don't call it, but he did get kind of bumped there by the cornerback. An incomplete pass out of bounds. 2nd and 10. Waltz is 6'5" and can't dunk. Ooh.
He ain't wrong.
Wait, how tall are you?
6'5".
Are you really?
Yeah.
Damn, you're a big boy. Okay. I mean, I'm 5'8", bro.
Don't matter. I hit the tray balls. It's worth more.
That is going to be 3rd and 8, a 2-yard reception on the edge. Buffalo Bills. They need to convert this one. They're 3rd and 8, their own 27-yard line. There is Leo Martin with a nice grab, gain of 11. That's going to be a first down for Buffalo, 1st and 10. Yeah, see, I think the way halfbacks are set up, so many people are going to do it. Scott says he loves you, Waltz. Young Sav says L. Floppy says Waltz does have a mean floater. Leo Martin, nice little catch and juke. It's going to be a 1st and 10 now. Up in Miami's field, 40 on Miami's 48-yard line, across the 50. Here we go. Buffalo's looking to drive, looking to score. They put a touchdown up at this point. Do you go for 2 or do you go for 1? Not play for the 2 version just yet.
I'd kick it.
Cod Sniper comes in with the follow. We appreciate that, Cod. Welcome to the channel, man. God says you go for 2.
Yeah.
Young Sab with the follow.
Yeah,
we appreciate that, man. Alright, so it sounds like a lot of people are saying go for 2. Leo Martin's X Factor is lit up. I don't know if you guys saw that. That means Leo Martin is here and he is rolling. So looking at his abilities, Leo Martin, 3rd over highest guy. He's got max security as his ability. That means he's guaranteed anytime that he does possession catches, it increases his success rate and decreases knockout chance. So it makes it very, very hard to defend against him. Young Sav comes in with the Raging Asian emo. You like that? Did you? I'm guessing you redeem points. I love that emote. We need to make it a little bit better, but that emote is one that my friends made me make, and it's definitely one of our favorites. Noah comes in with the hype. Here you go. TJ Yeldon spelling Leo Martin, giving him a little bit of a break. Gets 12 yards on that carry, and they're up to the Miami 28-yard line. Yeah, so the funny thing with Leo Martin, Jelly doesn't really care for him because he's got spin cycle. Jelly doesn't spin, Jelly jukes. He's got short out elite and max security, so he's a receiving back. Jelly wants him to be a pure offensive running back. Instead, Martin pops it up and it's going to go wide out of bounds. Or just wide. 2nd and 10 now for the Buffalo Bills. Just shy of the red zone. What playbook is Jelly even using?
I don't know.
I know he's been having issues with it. Leo Martin finds the gap. Leo Martin gets all the way up just shy of the goal line. It's going to be stopped at the 11. 17-yard run, 13 rushes, 151 yards so far. This might be a record game for these two running backs. Fish says the Pats. He's using the Pats playbook? Is that what you mean?
That would make sense.
Also why the running back had so many passes.
Him saying that.
Oh, Diggs grabs it, 6-yard gain in coverage, able to hang on. 2nd and 5.
Got wide open left side of the end zone.
Yeah, but that was only a few seconds because he kind of got there was a corner that got pushed, but he was making the move back. Joe Martin comes in. Look at that. Mills read that run because he definitely usered the corner and brought him in to try and stop it. Jelly that predictable, or is Mills that much of a foresight god?
I don't know.
Like I said, Mills is a tactician, man. This good for him.
Good stuff.
Or did it again, or he's just expecting Jelly to run because of the goal line. That could also be it. 4th and 3. Do you go for it here?
No.
Take the point. So his defense has not been able to stop Mills. Scott says we should do league stream more often. The plan is to run the league stream once a week. We used to do it every advance, and we had a lot of burnout. We only had, like I said, near the end there, we only had a little bit of a show out, which was kind of a bummer. We definitely need league support to get this going. But as long as we get it, we love doing this. This is one of our favorite things that made us unique last year. And once we started doing this, we started seeing a lot about the league. Well, now some of the other leagues might have been doing it their own way at the time, but once our league got out there, because of some of the people that we had in the league that are big time content creators, it was a lot of other leagues started branching out and doing similar things. I don't want to say we were the first because we definitely weren't. There were other leagues that were doing stuff like this. We were one of the first ones consistently week by week because we enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. And the plan is for this year moving forward, we're going to actually have different streams for different people. I'm going to run a stream here and there. Waltz is going to run the streams here and there. We're trying to get Jelly to do it. And that way you guys can get a different look, a different approach to everything, how we run the stream. Trying to keep it fresh here as Matt Breda runs up for about 10 yards, 1st down. Breda's only got 89 rushing yards. I believe he's got a total 220 combined yards on the field today. All right, so here we go. Glad to have you here, brother. I hope you're doing well, man. Tua setting up with the toss. Breda gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Big play, big stop there for Tremaine Edmonds. Big linebacker for Buffalo. A 2nd and 13. Loss of 3. Great play. Ready to beat down coach. Nice. That should be a fun game. We're excited for it. Little check down. Tua hits Breda on the screen. It's going to be an 11-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and 2. 10-yard gain. 3rd and 3 from the 42-yard line. All right, so here we go. Buffalo did take the points, so that was a smart play. They definitely were in agreement with Waltz with how he wants 31-26. Actually, I forgot to flip us over to Jelly's string. Offense, so we'll have to keep an eye on. Breda gets past the defender. Little juke move, another quick wiggle, and that's going to be a touchdown. Have game on for league stream? You can. You can definitely do it. You just have to piece in for the time frame because unfortunately for me, I am kind of locked on my times because I work. But if stuff works out, we will definitely make adjustments here. Touchdown from Miami, and that's going to give them a 38-26 lead. 12-point lead here for Miami. 2 full possessions. Buffalo is going to start driving here with about 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Once again, like I said, tough because they have not been able to stop Miami's offense. Much as the Bills' defense should be able to do it, Miami's offense is rolling right now. A lot of smart plays, a lot of good stick skills for Mills, and that's going to really change over the way this looks. We're going to flip over. We're going to take a quick look here. This is Matt St. Jelly's side of the stream. We're going to keep an eye on his offensive way. 38-26. Josh Allen under center. Wow, look how crisp this looks. Looks crispy. Hands off. Leo Martin wide open. Leo Martin breaks free. What is he going to do? Leo jukes 1, jukes 2. Bumps off. Leo Martin takes it to the house. 75 yards. That is another big touchdown for Leo Martin. I believe that puts him over 200 yards on the ground alone. That might be 300 yards combined on the field today. We are already back. He has already responded. It's going to be 38-33 Miami as they get this ball back. One play. That's all it took. 75 yards, 11 seconds. And as Bling is calling out, Leo Martin. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jelly's got to be amped about that one. Now his defense needs to make a stop here. This is what Jelly needs to do. Coach says he likes the trash talk. Are they talking trash right now on their stream? Is that what's going on? Or are they talking to each other?
Fish said ready to beat down Coach.
Oh, you're talking about the... I missed that. Well, Coach, what do you think? We have Fish, we have Coach. No longer going to be nice with. All right, there's going to be some fun. That's going to be a fun game. Lions, Packers, another divisional matchup. We'll be talking about the NFC side of things when that game goes on. We've already covered the AFC, who's the picks and who's the favorites. Once we get to the NFC, we'll have to figure out the rest. Matt Brady takes a handoff up the middle, gain of about 15. It's going to be a first down for Miami. Buffalo's defense needs to find a way to come up here and take the stop. As With and Fish are still going at it. Let's go. We got some fun in the chat tonight. The two is setting up in the shotgun. Matt Brady right behind him. And that might be intentional grounding. He was still inside the tackles. It is. Tua gets tagged for intentional grounding. That's going to be a loss of 15 and down. 2nd and 24. They made him lose 14. 2nd and 24 for Miami after that. Intentional grounding on Tua Tagovailoa, not paying attention to where his feet were set when he threw it out. Here we go. Albert Wilson once again on that verticals route. Wilson is clutch with that inside run, that huge deep crosser, and it's going to be a first down. Big gain for Miami up to the 48-yard line. Buffalo. Micah Hyde comes over, does not make the play fast enough. Albert Wilson untouched. There you are, 1st and 10. Miami needs to score here again. I guess all they need is a field goal to really give themselves an 8-point lead as we're approaching the 4th quarter. Brady motions outside, goes wide. Looks for the streak. Brady with the grab, 35 yards. First down, Miami. Matt Brady, another lost yardage there on that tackle. Harrison Phillips with a big tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Brady tries to get to the edge, not able to make it. 2nd and 14 now, still inside the Buffalo red zone on their 17-yard line. This game is close. Dolphins took a big lead early. Buffalo has answered in both the 2nd and 3rd, but so far they're still trailing by 5. Miami is knocking on the door of more points here in the beginning of the 4th. Look at that lovely room that Waltz has got, though, with all the baseballs and memorabilia. He just needs more Dodger stuff in there, and it'll be a perfect room. I'll buy you a big Kike Hernandez banner.
That's okay.
Matt Brady gets to the edge, gain of 11. A 3rd and 3 now from the 6. What does Buffalo need to do here? In your opinion, you've seen this for 3 quarters. What does Buffalo need to do? How do they stop this effective run pass game that's going through Matt Breida for the Miami Dolphins.
Double team him. I think both ways. Double team the running back. That's been both focal points so far.
You knew the running back would be tough. Did we expect them to be relied on this heavily on both sides of the ball?
No. Well, not. No.
Matt Breida untouched, no one home, comes in with another score. Touchdown, Miami. So now this is going to be a 45-33 point game. 12-point lead once again for Miami. Now this will be the Buffalo Bills' first drive here in this fourth quarter.
It's like, it seems like he's just throwing to only Matt Breida, but like, no one was covering him. You got to cover him.
Yeah, Breida is not really being messed with at all. Granted, the few times we have seen someone covering Breida, he just runs right past them. So
Yeah,
maybe...
Breida has like every touchdown for Ricky right now, but like I said, he's just wide open.
There's a 2-point conversion. It's a 13. So 46-33 Miami. Buffalo now needs 2 touchdowns to come back here in this fourth. And Leo Martin's going to be, he has been every play. He burns everyone. Yeah, he's super fast, but again, there are ways to make adjustments to defend against it. You just have to do it, or at least commit a user to stop them. You can't just keep giving it up because, oh, well, I'll just keep playing middle guy because you're going to your halfback. You have to shut down that route. This is something I've talked to Jelly about before, is game planning and scheming to stop a single team, a single player. Here you go. Buffaloes takes the snap. Josh Allen throws it up. Isaiah McKenzie, beautiful grab. A first down, gets up to the 14-yard reception. 1st and 10 now for Buffalo. But yeah, this is one of the things that guys in I think the league need to really learn how to do. Game plan to stop someone and actually follow through. Oh, why did it disappear? Jelly side. Sorry. Leo Martin gets tackled. There we go. So with Buffalo on offense, we wanted to see it from this side of the ball. Leo Martin gets up there, gain of 8 to the outside. 2nd and 2. Their side of the 50. 47. A few yards shy of midfield. Josh Allen, empty backfield, looking for an open guy. Finds the post and almost throws an interception. Robert Foster turns into a cornerback there as he tries to stop the safety from coming over and taking that one away. 3rd and 2 now for Buffalo. 6.5 here in the fourth. At what point do you think Jelly starts panicking? Or do you think he's already doing it?
Depends if he gets his first down. This would be a big.
Huge pass. Stephon Diggs under the coverage right behind the defender. Scott says he thinks he's panicking right now. Q says that's big. The touchdown from Breida. Breida Shore. Scott says Breida has scored every touchdown. LeBron 311 comes in here and he says, oh, shoot, we're going to have to switch to the other one. LeBron says NFL drop EA. Yeah. So I know a lot of people want 2K to take it over because 2K's got really good in-depth stuff in regards to the like the progressions, the scouting, the commentary, and like presentation. But the actual gameplay for 2K games is not really the greatest. It's very clunky. I noticed that when I played 2K football too. It's very clunky, their gameplay. That's an tackle for no gain. 2nd and 10 now for Buffalo. Inside of Miami's red zone. They're at the 15-yard line here. Do we see Leo Martin score again? Is that the focus, or do you focus somewhere else to try and draw him away?
Ooh,
or
nice
he's like, just like that, finds Dawson Knox, untouched, 87 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. So they're staying right there in it. Scott says 2K has not made a football game since 2007. It would be a disaster. I think I have to agree. 2K5 was good, like I said, for presentation, but gameplay, no. And if you've played the 2K basketball games, yes, development, the progression, the season options, all that stuff, fantastic. Not comparable. Madden has no chance. When it comes to gameplay, 2K basketball games are very, very clunky. Feels like player polygons or like the hitbox detectors are so big that if you tried to do that with basketball, it'd smash. Do they break 100? I don't know. This is close. This is a close one. I know. I think we've only had one game so far break 100. These guys are close. They're at 86 points right now. Scott says they made that 2K All Pro with Legends, and it was terrible. I do remember that. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 for Miami. 6-point lead here in the fifth. In the 4th. 5 minutes to go. A little more than 5 minutes. Hands it off. Matt Breida once again gets to the edge. Tackled for no gain. As you can see, Breida's got 15 rushes, 166 yards, and a rushing touchdown. I believe he also has 200 and something receiving yards and 3 receiving touchdowns. And then Leo Martin on the other side. Massive, massive game for both of these running backs. Fish says, I am not putting up 80 points all season. You might. I think you're going to surprise yourself. Once you get settled in, you just got to settle in because this game does play very differently. You have to be ready for it. Mike Gesicki with a great grab on the outside. Beautiful corner route for a 1st down. Be 1st and 10 on their own 37-yard lines as the clock reaches 4:44. Quads are wild. Here's Tua setting up in the shotgun. Clock is ticking, hands it off. Matt Breida tries to go up the middle, runs right into the... Gains about 4. Oh, that's going to be 2nd and 6 here. Tua with the read option. Oh, big run. Tua gets stripped. And he's lucky. Ron Leary there to save the day. Jelly had a chance for the stop there. They get the strip sack. Checking in for the stream. There's Nate. How's it going, Nate? Ready to watch? We were talking about your team. How you and the Titans are both tied right now for top dogs in the votes for who's going to take the AFC South. The Colts or the Titans. You guys are actually tied right now. Tua on the read option gets strip sacked. And unfortunately, the Bills defense not able to recover it. Miami continues to drive. 1st and now it's 2nd and 7 after that 3-yard run up by Matt Breida on Buffalo's 40-yard line. 3.5 to go. Yeah, gee.
You think a field goal here will be the game?
Yeah, Young Sav said he's voted for Chuck's Bengals. So did Waltz. Waltz also voted for Chuck's Bengals to take that top. Breida with another big run. 18 for 194. 1st and 10. Just shy of the red zone at the 21-yard line. Miami is knocking on the door for more points. Field goal here and basically all but seal it depending on what Matt can do with his offense and his defense. Breida again hits the open field. Another gain of 12. 1st and goal. Matt Breida 19 rushes, 105 yards on the ground. 46-40 Miami right now, and they're looking to really put the stamp and seal this game. Blink says the Ravens are way better. There's Tua on another read option. This time Tua scores, and finally someone not named Matt Breida scores for the Miami Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa on that beautiful read option play. No one home. Tua scores on the jumping dive. Miami hits the 52 mark. They're probably going to have 53. Is Matt Breida the meta? I think running backs right now are the meta. Okay, Nate says he's trying to escape the shadow of playing under Wilson. Yeah, Russell Wilson was definitely a pretty tough one. Matt Breida again. 2-point conversion, and it is 54-40. 14-point ball game. Scott Thomas says, Jordan Howard scored 2. I chiefed. Okay, so Jordan Howard, so we do have a non-Matt Breida touchdown already, I guess. Jordan Howard. That's the first non-running back touchdown by Tua. Here we go. Jay Davis, the right tackle, muscle cramps, goes out on the extra point. Luckily for him, that should be the last play he needs to play. Buffalo's going to need to make a try here. Mr. Perry says Jacob Eason is meta. We did determine that the Titans have the edge right now over the Colts because the Titans are running with a highly rated Ryan Tannehill. Colts are running with a lower rated Jacob Eason. It'll be interesting to see how he actually plays. The big scheme of things. Leo Martin gets free. Gets out of bounds and tackled out of bounds. That's going to be a roughing unnecessary roughness against Eric Rowe, and that's going to start Buffalo all the way on Miami's 42. Another big run for Leo Martin, and again, these running backs are absolutely going to town. I think single-handedly, the two are going to combine for almost 700 yards this game. Leo Martin with another little quick juke, gets up 11-yard gain, first down. Oh, they're saying that was a check down pass. So 11-yard reception, check first down. Oh. Here we go. 1st and 10. 2-minute warning. Buffalo needs to score and quickly. Then they're going to need either the onside kick or a big defensive stop, one way or the other. Stephon Diggs, touchdown over the top, over the middle. 46 points now for Buffalo. We have officially crossed 100-point range here. Extra point will do it. Make this a one-score game. Stephon Diggs just out of reach of that linebacker. Look at the score. There it is. Extra point. So it's 54-47. 7-point game. A minute 56. All 3 timeouts. Buffalo needs it. And it looks like they're just going for the kick. They're trying to stop. I guess they don't trust the onside kick. Maybe it's because the onside kick would lock them out of the game. If you miss the onside, if you didn't get the onside kick there, Miami is already really close to field goal range, so that makes it a dangerous play. So you have to make the stop here, have a shot. 54-47. Miami needs basically a first down or a couple of first downs, and they can kneel it out and seal this game. Absolutely nutty. Matt Breida once again wide into the open. 8-yard gain for the run there. Buffalo's going to call a timeout here. I think if Miami can get a first down, all but seal this ball game. First down means Buffalo won't be able to stop the clock. We'll only be able to stop the clock one more time, and that would be it. Matt Breida is going to continue handling this ball, and that's going to do it right there. That first down should seal this game. Even with that last time out, one more to go. At least a minute 20 is going to be burned off this clock here, so it's going to go down to at least 27 seconds. And if they get another first down, then it is absolutely. So, Waltz, what do you think? Were you expecting this kind of a performance from both of these teams?
Absolutely not.
54-47. I mean, technically, I guess Mills could score one more time here. Truthfully, he probably shouldn't, but it's close enough to where it could happen. But Jelly's going to call one more timeout. So if Mills were to kneel it, punt it back, and Jelly would have 23 seconds to score a touchdown. Truthfully, he's probably not. He's probably going to try and run, get the first down, and then kneel it out. That's what I would do, but Jelly commits to the run. He has to stop it. Loss of 2, 3rd and 7 for Miami. Like I said, they're going to burn this clock all the way down. Leave the Buffalo Bills with as little time as humanly possible. So 3rd and 7. Based on this, Buffalo Bills will have 15 seconds to make a play, which because of clock runoff and everything else, they're just going to have to bomb one. Oh, and that almost looked like a face mask. It was almost danger zone for the Buffalo Bills. That run, 17 seconds plus the punt. So the Bills are actually going to have about 12 seconds to go. I think you sky kick this, right? To burn it as much time as possible.
Yeah.
Punt return TD, you're calling it. Does he not realize that if you hold the X button once you've already clicked it, you can just let the time run and time the kick? Guess not. It's gonna be about 13 seconds. 12 seconds. 12 seconds. Now, we've seen crazier scores so far today. Leo Martin has scored at least twice on huge runs that took 11 seconds or less. Can Leo Martin do it again from the 36? Do you try and run, or you throw it here, right? Because you have to reserve as much time as possible?
Yeah.
Diggs, can Diggs get out of bounds? He can. That pass took 4 seconds, and Stephon Diggs gets it up. They're in Miami territory at Miami's 47.
Gotta
8
go to
seconds
the
to go,
timeout.
so he can either do that one more time, risk not getting out of bounds, or he can go for a bomb into the end zone.
No, you gotta go to the end zone here. You might have enough time to do a second one. It'll be really close though.
Looks like he's doing it.
Now you
Okay.
gotta go to the end zone.
Now you have to. That would have been a good shot. If he makes that pass, that gets him to about the 25 for his last attempt. Here we go. 4 seconds. It's going to come down to this play, whether or not... If Jelly does score the touchdown here, based on the fact that he can't stop Miami's defense, you go for 2 and put the control in your own hands.
No, I just pray that I win the coin toss.
Here we go. Where's it going? There's a bomb. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that is the ball game. Buffalo comes up just short, 47-54, in an absolute shot of a game. Miami wins by a touchdown. So that is definitely the highest scoring game overall that we've seen. They combined for over almost 1,200 yards, 1,100 yards. So they combined for 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. They had a total of 8 missed passes between. Breda ended with 226 rushing yards and 193 receiving yards, 400 yards from scrimmage. And Leo Martin had 246 yards receiving or rushing. Guess he wasn't used in the passing game.
He definitely was.
Oh, there he is. 83. So Leo Martin ends the game with 329 yards and 3 touchdowns. But Breda is definitely the one here with the big game. Note, I only ran one screen. That's the most fun game. That game was absolutely disgusting. They're talking about it right now. So we'll be bringing him right back on here. And we're going to discuss that with Jelly because that was definitely a big, big game. On that note, we are getting ready for our final game of the night. We have Coaches Packers taking on Waltz Lions. Now again, the line for this game is Green Bay minus 3.5. This is your line for the final game. Let us know where you guys stand.
2-0 on my predictions right now.
You are 2-0 for your predictions. That is correct. All right, once he's ready, we're going to pull him back in. Should be able to talk. We'll see. Bills, holy shiz. I see y'all in the chat against
If
me.
he doesn't want to talk, I don't blame him.
Can you hear me?
As you say that, he's there. We can hear you, Jelly.
Holy F, dude. That was a crazy one.
That was an absolute monster of a game.
Defense is so hard on 21, especially when you're facing a Matt Breida.
Well, we were talking about that between Breida and Leo Martin. Breida had 400 yards from scrimmage that game.
Oh. Martin almost had 350, dude.
You guys are
I
nuts.
mean, I wasn't trying to hit him so much. It's just like sometimes that was the only option. But he had some big runs, but oh my god, Breida. I'm gonna have nightmares about that man.
All right, well, I'm going to let Waltz talk to you and do a post-game interview. Waltz, got some questions for this man?
I think we all know the main question. What is your game plan for next time you face Matt Breida?
Injure him.
Oh, man.
Go straight for his knees.
Jelly's Headhunter Squad is back.
What is going to be your message to your defense going into your next game?
Maybe
Injure
show up next time. Dude, all right. There was one play in particular where Breida burned Tre'Davious White long. Like, one of the top corners in the game. I think that is OP. The HB passes are way OP.
Yeah, we're probably gonna have to do something, especially when you look across the league right now, and I believe halfbacks are the top receiver on more than half the teams in the league. So
But fun fact, only one turnover that game.
yeah, we
And
saw.
it was what haunted me. It killed me in the end.
Yeah, well, we were also talking too about the fact that you missed that fumble. They had that fumble recovery, which changed the moment.
Yeah. And I missed that extra point.
Yeah, but the extra point didn't end up hurting you at the end. Yeah,
The
you don't
fumble-
want to miss them. You don't want to miss them, but
I had guys there, and an O lineman picks it up. God.
all right. Looks like these boys are getting ready here. We have them both.
Hey, pretty entertaining game for the stream, though.
Absolutely, man. That was an absolute shootout. And so now that we got that, Mill says that O-line is my MVP. That was the guy you signed from free agency too, wasn't it, Mills? What is his name?
Ron Leary.
Ron Leary, yeah. Former Dallas Cowboys offensive lineman. Alright, so with that underway, we have the next game loaded. Here is your line, ladies and gentlemen. If you missed it from earlier, this is the line of the game. Apparently I cannot change it. I didn't mean to do that. Green Bay minus 3.5. The over-under set at 44.5. Now, granted, we just saw a 101-point game. Keep that in mind when you make these picks. So, Waltz's initial pick for this one, I believe he said Detroit, right?
No, I took Green Bay.
You took Green Bay. So here's the line. Green Bay 3.5. Let me know who you guys want.
Whose stream are you guys watching?
I have it on widths because it's a little clear. Or on coaches because it's a little more clear right now. But
All right, put my picks in.
I think Coach takes this one, but I want it for width so bad.
all right, and then with this game underway, we're also going to be talking about some of the NFC discussions. We already talked about who in the NFC was, or the AFC was the division leader. Who was why we're thinking
gosh.
going other. Oh, we're going to start this game with a really awful kick. Comes off the foot, completely wrong. Both these qualities actually are kind of so. But Green Bay starting with, or Detroit starting with the football here. Well, I guess I'm on. This is width stream is the one that's clear, more clear. Coaches is the one that's not. Okay. So Matt Stafford under center here for Detroit. Detroit also finally has their cornerback Devontae Balmer now playing for the right team. Started the season in the wrong district. I think Adam Banks from the Mighty Ducks. Just wrong district lines. Hot pass. Oh. Nearly intercepted, but good save. Good save. Alright, so here we go. 3rd and 5 for Detroit here on this first drive. I feel like Witt's been getting a lot better too. From what we saw at the beginning of Madden 20, definitely struggled. He said it himself. He played for the fun of the community. By the end there, he was actually playing significantly better. So I think we could see Witt actually going for a playoff run in this division. I mean, this division, his division's up for grabs anyway. It's a pretty Should be a pretty fun one to watch. Here you go, 4th and 5, incomplete pass for Stafford, and that's going to force a very early punt for Green. They're going to be able to take this one back. All right, so with this game getting started here, we're going to get them a little bit of time to get situated. Then once we do, we're probably going to spend some of the second quarter talking about the rest of the. So there's the kick. It's up. Grabbed by, I don't even know who that is. 8 on the Packers. Used to be Randall Cobb, right? Or is Cobb 83? I might be
Cobb
wrong.
18. I think Ty Montgomery was 88.
That who it was? Montgomery? Now number 88 is AJ Hamler, the newly acquired rookie wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers from Denver. Yeah, I forgot Green Bay also has Josh Gordon, Devin Funchess. They got some pretty nifty weapons, and Devontae Adams out there. Meanwhile, a good run for Green Bay's rookie. That rookie running back of theirs, or I guess he's not really a rookie, the keeper running back for the Packers. Kendall Wheeler is a superstar, 23 years old, 94 speed. Got the balance beam ability so he doesn't stumble when he's running. Got Aaron Jones as his change of pace back. Still got big X Factor Aaron Rodgers there to lead. Wheeler trying to get to the outside. Stop behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 here for Green Bay. This should be a pretty fun matchup, actually. Detroit's got some nasty weapons. Green Bay's got some nasty weapons. We know Detroit has Matt Stafford. They also have Kerryon Johnson as their big power back and DeAndre Swift. Receiving core, they got Kenny Golladay, Marvin Jones, and Danny Amendola. Jay Hawkinson, upstart tight end from last season, and a great defensive stop, nearly a pick 6 for Detroit. Instead, it's just going to fall to the ground. 3rd and 11 as Aaron Rodgers' pass read and batted away. All right, so knowing what we know about these two teams, these two players, was that Okudah? It might have been. Okudah is on this roster. Detroit's got Okudah. They've got keeper Devontae Bomber. They also have, and Okudah and Bomber are their 3rd and 4th best corners. Detroit actually has some other really good cornerbacks on their roster. They have Justin Coleman and Desmond Trufant, Devontae Bomber, and Jeff Okudah. That is their cornerback stable. Detroit can basically run a dime set every game, and you have a very tough time getting in. As Aaron Jones rushes for 2 yards there. 2nd and Ron Harmon as a free safety, and young Tracy Walker, speedy, strong safety for the Lions, is their final piece of that secondary. The linebacking core, they have Christian Jones as veteran run stopper, Lonnie Tavai, Jamie Collins, Michael Kendricks. That is their linebacking core. On the defensive line there, first as the pass hits Funchess, gets all the way up to the 21. Beautiful pass. Aaron Rodgers underneath coverage. 1st and 10 here. Danny Shelton at defensive tackle. Trey Flowers. Sean Hand. That is the Detroit Lions. Looking at the Packers offense, we've already called out. You got Devontae Adams, Funchess, Gordon. Tight ends wise, you got the seasoned veteran Mercedes Lewis, Aaron Rodgers. Of course, the double running back threat of Aaron Jones, Kendall Wheeler. What do you think is the key for offense here, or for defense or what is the keys of offense for Green Bay and defense for Detroit, Waltz, for the rest of this game?
I think Aaron Rodgers having his X factor will be big because from my experience playing with, he could definitely improve on his usering. Especially now in Madden 21 where usering is more difficult. So I think Green Bay's passing game will be make or break for them. As for width on defense, I don't know. I mean, his D line is going to need to step up, I think, because the linebacking core is not the best, so they're going to be able to stop this running back duo, and then he passes up the middle.
I was going to say, I can agree with you there, especially with Witt's cornerback grouping. His corner should be fine. It's going to be a matter of whether he can seal up the run up the middle and force Green Bay to pass into his defense. Now, with Rodgers' X Factor lit, that means no computer defenders can intercept Rodgers. So that means either Witt's going to have to be able to switch onto people in order to pick them off, or they just need to kill Aaron Rodgers' X Factor as quickly as
You're right
possible.
there. That would have been a pick.
He said
Yep.
2 picks by his computer, so that X Factor's helping right now.
Yep, that X Factor is protecting, but that is a good defensive stop for Detroit, as Green Bay is forced to take field goal points here at the 6-yard line. Just like that, Green Bay takes a 3-0 lead. Now, flipping the ball around, take a quick look here at the Detroit Lions offense. We already called out that they have Stafford, Kerryon Johnson, Galladay, Marvin Jones, Danny Amendola, and TJ Hawkinson on offense. That is a very dangerous offensive weapons group, especially that covers a very good power run game, elite spread offensive capabilities in that receiving core. On defense, the Packers have young Dean Lowry. He's kind of an unproven defensive end. Weakest position on the defensive line is definitely the right end with Montravius Adams starting there. They do have Kenny Clark and Tyler Lancaster on at defensive tackle. Now, here's where Green Bay's defense is outstanding. Von Miller on one side, Darius Smith on the other. Then you got Preston Smith, probably over the middle with Christian Kirksey in their linebacking core. Cornerbacks, they have the X Factor Jari Alexander, and then they have Kevin King and Josh Jackson, former Carolina Panthers standout. Safeties, they got Darnell Savage, Adrian Amos as their safeties.
Ooh,
What
drop.
is the trade-off here? As you're already seeing Matt Stafford struggling to complete passes against the Packers defense. Jelly, what is the keys for Detroit's offense against Green Bay's defense? What is the keys for Green?
I think With needs to go. He needs to go with quicker passes. I think. I don't know. It's tough with that defensive front, man. That Von Miller edition was huge.
Definitely makes Coach a huge contender for his division. And whether he won by 1 point or by a mile, he won week 1. If he wins this week, it's going to give him a 2-0 lead in the division with the divisional win. And truthfully, looking at last season, we know that With prefers a power run game. Because remember, when he had Damian York on the Saints, he was outstanding with that run. He just struggled with passing against arguably one of the easier Maddens to defend. That's not the case anymore. If he can balance out his run game with a good pass game the way he just did with Kenny Galladay right there, I think With could actually be a pretty dangerous threat with this Detroit Lions offense.
Absolutely.
There's the handoff. Kerryon Johnson gains about a yard. Doesn't go much further than that. 2nd and 9, but they are at the 38-yard line. They're nearing field goal range. As of right now, we're nearing the 2-minute mark remaining in this first quarter. Your game, we already had 17 to 24 points on the board at this point. Big difference between two offensive-minded coaches, two defensive-minded players. There's a great read. TJ Hawkinson gets into the open field, passes the defender, and runs it all the way up to inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Detroit, first down, Lions.
Very nice.
These are the types of plays I think Witt's going to need to really focus on. And if he can do that, especially since the spring is weakened, that's definitely going to be a huge power trait.
Yeah, I feel like this is the game where you kind of attack people's users.
Yeah, unlike before where if you challenge them, you're going to lose 9 out of 10 times. Aaron Johnson runs, gains about 6, gets up to the 13. They're just shy of the goal line right now. 2nd and 4. Here's Stafford looking. It's very different, too, watching this game where the running backs are actually kind of not playing a primary purpose of it. And there's a pass interference. Kerryon Johnson gets hit at the line by Christian Kirksey, and that's going to bring him all the way up to the 5. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line for the Lions. Green Bay Packer linebacker gets in the way and just stops it. So yeah, it's very different when you go from a game where two running backs are the featured offensive on both sides to two teams that don't use their running backs anywhere near as much. I love that there's versatility in this game this year, not just a one-sided thing.
Yeah, it's definitely cool to see how everyone's gonna game plan, handle their own team.
Bill says grape, or he must have tried to put an emote in. Scott says With is the GOAT. Good call. The pass interference. So here we go.
Come on, Withy.
Hands up. Oh no. And just like that, Kenny Galladay tries to take the handoff or the read option as the Wildcat player, and instead, I think Galladay just got injured with that tackle. There's an injury timeout, so it doesn't affect either team's timeout calls, but I'm fairly certain Galladay just got hurt.
I think that was carry on.
That carry on?
Yeah, Galladay's still in. DeAndre Swift is in right now.
Okay.
Don't force it with.
So correction, Carry on Johnson is the one that there's a great pass. Marvin
There you go.
Jones between the coverage, touchdown Detroit, and Detroit comes out in front 6-3 pending this extra point. There's Mills. Now he's typing the green. And Detroit goes out in front 7-3, 16 seconds, and Carry on Johnson with a quadricep strain will not be able to return for the remainder of the game. That could be a blessing in disguise. As good as Carry on Johnson is, maybe it'll force Swift to try out DeAndre Swift. Do you think Swift is a better running back or no? In game, they're pretty comparable.
I think he'd be a better running back to develop,
Definitely younger.
and he's faster.
Mill says, I feel like these games last longer than Madden 20. I think we're gonna have to take a look. I'm wondering if we change the accelerated clock is longer, because I don't remember if we did 20 or 25 last year, but I know the Excel clock right now is on 25, so that might be what the difference is. Beautiful pass on the corner out to tight end. Sadie's Lewis comes up, and veteran connection there. Rogers and Lewis. Swift will be, but isn't right now. That makes sense. Yeah, so when we go into week 3, we're gonna discuss that. As right now, we have the Excel clock down to 25 seconds. Still 8-minute quarter, so that's not a big change. But I think that 25 seconds might have been a big difference on why these games feel like they last a little. There's a forced pass. Rogers trying to get it in between to his tight end. Mercedes Lewis not able to hold on, though, as Detroit's coverage shuts it down. 10 from their own 41. So here we are in the second. One play in, incomplete pass. Packers are looking to answer. Touchdown from Detroit Lions offense. Another handoff. Aaron Jones not able to get anywhere. 3rd and 10 now. This could be a huge moment. Favorite Green Bay Packers in Lambeau need to put up some points here to stay ahead in this game. All right, so here we go. Play action, fakes the handoff. There's the read. Knocked away.
Oh.
Good defense. Devin Funchess not able to hold onto the ball. That's a 4th and 10. It should be a punt for Green Bay here, and Detroit's going to get this ball back here at the beginning of this second quarter. All right. So now that the game is a little bit underway here, we got a little bit going. Looking at the projections for the NFC South. Now, mind you, this stat I think is definitely a little swayed by the fact that people probably voted right after watching the game. But in the NFC South, the Falcons are the favorite at 47.6%. Strata's Saints are in a close second at 38.1%. Where do you guys stand on who wins that NFC South?
I'm pretty
I can see that.
agree with that. I mean, I think you and Estrada will fight till week 17, kind of like me and you did back in Madden 20. I think both highly skilled players, very good teams. I think your divisional matchups will be the difference.
Yep, absolutely agreed. I think it's definitely a lot closer than what that poll shows.
Do you
Yeah,
think,
I agree. The DM Punk and P. Finney are both going to put up good fights in that division too. Like, there's no bad team in that division.
I can agree there. Do you think that those votes were swayed just by that last game? When Atlanta put up the league-leading 59 points.
Yeah, because Estrada didn't get to play his first game.
And I don't think Estrada and DM Punk didn't play, so that automatically is 2 divisional opponents who didn't play their game.
And you also dropped 59 points, so yeah, I think there's a little bias there.
Okay, so here's an interesting one following up that. The NFC West, everyone, as the Lions go pretty quickly 3 and out, punting it away, and here the Green Bay Packers try and recover it. Seattle Seahawks are the favorite to win the NFC West at 32%. However, they lost in week number 1, and they were part of the reason why the Falcons are rated so highly right now. Do you guys agree that the Seahawks will win, or do you disagree? Because right now, that division's close as well, with Brumby at 28%, Mac at 24%, Floppy's the worst at 16% of the split.
I disagree. No, I don't know. I think because what? I think no team's 2-0 in that division already. I said in the general chat, I got my boy Floppy. I think you saw he put up a good fight against one of our top users in the league. Made a nice comeback, but came up a little short.
Mm-hmm.
I
Which
like,
starts him at
I like
0-2.
the underdog. I like him, but
Brumby is
all those
tough.
guys could win that division, so that's why.
Do you think this is potentially the best overall division that we have?
Yes,
Top to bottom, I think I can agree there.
I'd say your division's a close second.
Okay. Moving to the next one, we got the NFC North. NFC North. In the NFC North, Kevin and his Bears lead the way at 43.5%. Do you guys agree with this, or do you guys think someone else, whether it's Packers, coaches Packers, Fifths Lions, or Deeks Vikings, that can upset him and take him?
I mean, as long as Allen Robinson plays like Randy Moss, he'll run away with the division. So I voted for him regardless. I think he's got the best overall team. Maybe not Mitch Trubisky, but the defense I think will lead him. But I mean, he's a good player on offense, so I think overall he'll win that division.
Yeah, he's a good user. I think he takes that division.
And yeah, Mills, we talked about the AFC during yours and Jelly's game. All right, so this one then goes to Jelly because we can't ask the boy who's involved in this division. But Jelly, the NFC East, Jump has the lead right now in the votes at 47.8%. Waltz comes in at second with the Giants at 34.8%, despite starting 0-2 in the division. Do you think Jump takes the division, or do you think Waltz can make it a comeback? Or do you believe one of the other two, the Booges Cowboys or Scott's football team, can make the comeback there in the NFC East?
I think Pooj didn't get enough respect in that poll, and he's going to show that. I mean, Waltz, I love you, dude, but I don't know if this is your year, man.
Does it help?
That,
Does it help that looking in the? Go ahead.
It's not his user skill. He's got a lot of development to do with that team.
Oh, and Aaron Rodgers with the read option to put up the score for Green Bay. Touchdown, Packers. Does it say something, Jelly, that both Scott and Waltz, who are the Redskins and Giants, have both voted for Jump in that pit poll?
It absolutely does.
All right, so there we have it. Go ahead.
Or they're just strategically trying to take pressure off of themselves and put it on Jump.
I mean, that's always possible.
I've said it since I chose my team. I think I said year one is easily going to be his because, like you said, I got to develop that team, and it's shown so far how bad my defense is. My username can only do so much.
And for the record, Mills, when we talked about the AFC East, that same topic came up for you, where you and Jelly are definitely both very close, and Q is going to be very tough as well. We don't know anything about Mickey, so it's hard to project. But I think the big difference between you and Jelly's teams is the fact that Jelly's team is, while younger, overall they're rated higher than that Dolphins team. But that Dolphins have a good defense. You just don't really, other than Breda, there's not a whole lot of weapons that the Miami Dolphins have on offense, so you have to figure something out there. We have covered all 8 divisions, who we have in the lead, who everyone's voted for as the favorites. Now, as Detroit makes a big grab, Marvin Jones, who scored that first touchdown, takes it away and gets even more yardage, ends up with 21 for a first down there on that beautiful catch and grab. So, as we're nearing the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter, it's Brady's world, we're just living in it. Danny Amendola not able to hold on as he gets spun around. Darnell Savage with the tackle that breaks it up. 2nd and 10. Scott says the addition of Kamara will definitely help me get above 500. Oh, so Alvin Kamara is going to the NFC East. Breda for best wide receiver. I mean, it's hard to argue when you have 200 yards rushing and almost 200 yards receiving. Just remember, passes do have to be spread around. So I think we're gonna be discussing something though, because it's all the way across the league. We're seeing a lot of use of the halfbacks. Now, people do have to cover it. We were talking about how Jelly needed to admit to stopping that running back game, but definitely was not what ended up happening.
What's defense?
There it is. Stafford rolls out, tries to hits him. TJ Hawkinson goes up and pulls it down for a first down. Huge grab for Detroit.
Why are these catch animations so popular?
I think the animations are a lot better in this Madden.
I mean, I don't mind it, but it seems like every other catch is like this.
Well, I think it's going to be based on like the ratings of the receiver versus the ratings of who's covering that pass.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because Julio Jones got out jumped in my game.
Yeah, maybe not then. That's true.
I mean, I'd believe it because my guys just don't jump.
The
Plus,
loss
like,
of 2
what-
on that run.
That one, he had great positioning. He was inside the corner.
Yeah. No, I got you.
So what does it say then that the 2 top receivers in our league right now are both running back?
I think that we're learning a lot about this new Madden, and each one's going to have its meta. I think we're discovering what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean it's a new game. We're gonna have to adjust rules probably as we go, but nothing much we can do at the moment, other than just say try your best to spread it out. But if it gets to like halfway through the season and Matt Breida or who is it? Who's the other one?
D'Angelo Gee.
Both have like 50 receptions at least.
Well, right now they both have about 50% of their team's reception.
Yeah.
Regardless of who it is, that rule still will apply.
As long as they stay in the 35% rule, then they're good.
Yep, that's the biggest thing. As long as it's 35%, even if you have to kind of force it to the other guys, there has to be some sort of thing. Because I know, for example, that if it's open, it's hard not to hit it because that's definitely the game plan. But there are other spots where people are looking for halfbacks at every chance that they can. Because right now, that is definitely the meta of this game. Stafford rolls. There's a big pass. And Coach took his safety out of the play. But the wide receiver is still not able to come down with it. That ball hits the ground. 3rd and 10. Inside this 2-minute one here.
But he just dropped it.
So 3rd and 10. Minute 21. All 3 timeouts for both teams here. And they're at the 30-yard line of Green Bay. As long as he doesn't lose yardage, this should at least be a chance to kick a field goal and tie the game if he can't get the first. There's a tackle for no gain. DeAndre Swift gets stopped at the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be a 47-yard field goal.
What's Swift's speed rating?
I think it's an 89.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was better than that.
DeAndre and Kerryon Johnson's like an 80. It's not like there's a huge difference between.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kerryon's an 88, Swift's an 89. So that kick, we have a tie ball game here. 1:13, get towards the half. Now remember, at this point in several games, we've already seen nearly 40 points up on that board. Right now, 10-10 at 13.
Yeah, this is quite a different show than the last game.
That's a fact.
Oh, man.
It is a great defensive battle. Right now, this is a good game. It's completely different when you have a defensive-driven game and a no-defense game at all.
Well, In my defense, okay, I don't know if it was a no defense game or just skilled offensive players.
All right, this is what happens when you see a good defensive game and two skilled offensive players go against
Yeah,
each other.
thank you.
Okay, consider this. Combined, you guys put up a little over 1,100 yards of offense. Out of those 1,100 yards, almost 800 yards of it were your halfback.
You guys are welcome for the great show, dude.
Green Bay
No,
gets out of bounds at the 49.
but here's the thing: not all of that was in the air. There was a lot of ground yardage in that game on both sides too. We both had some big runs,
Oh, you definitely did.
but I don't really know if that's going to be the norm. I don't know if
Oh,
I'm.
that's dangerous. That's intercepted. Aaron
Oh.
Rodgers throws it, and Detroit comes away. Daron Harmon, longtime New England Patriot veteran, steals it away. 47 seconds on their own 25. Detroit has a chance to strike right now for the lead. Yeah, offensive yards, you guys had 1,145 yards.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Mill, you can't say there was absolutely no defense because you got that pick six on me, which ended up getting you that W.
Yeah, I guess. Ooh, that dot. Stafford tries to dot it between the defenders. Almost throws it away, though. It's going to be 2nd and 10 now. They need at least a big chunk play to have a shot here, at least points. But with Green Bay's X Factor lit up there in their secondary, who knows what that means. There he is. Oh, it's a deep shot.
Oh,
Sullivan
he had
almost takes it. Yikes. Stafford had a shot, took it, but it wasn't enough to get there. At least Jelly doesn't have Shaq, Scott says. Bill says, my computer got it, though, so that doesn't count.
yeah, I would have been pumped if my computer played some defense.
Scott says, let's go with 3rd and 10. Matt Stafford in the shotgun. Hands it off. DeAndre Swift tries to get it up. Gains about 4 yards. Tackle, and that's going to be a timeout from Green Bay. 32 seconds. 4th down. They're going to have to punt it away, and Green Bay is going to get a shot here. At least take a deep shot again with Aaron Rodgers. But remember, the more picks you throw, the more Madden momentum goes against you as your in-game morale will start to disappear. Having a quarterback without morale is dangerous in Madden. There's Bomber. Hunter gets to the out. KJ Hamler gets to the outside. Up to around the 35 and tackled. 22 seconds and 1 timeout for Green Bay here. They need at least 30 yards to have a shot at kicking a field goal. Take some points. Scott says, a.k.a. Dwayne Haskins. I'm guessing he's talking about Rodgers with the low morale interceptions, if that's the case.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Haskins is throwing the most picks so far. Maybe I'm wrong, though.
There's a little check down. Aaron Jones wide open underneath. Takes it for about 7 yards, and with a timeout here, 13 seconds, Green Bay is going to call it. They need a gain, 23 yards to have a decent chance of taking a field goal here.
Yeah, Dwayne Haskins, dude. Pain in the Askins.
Kiss my Anthea? Anyone? Aaron Rodgers tries to make a throw. Weird off step. Luckily, that just gets batted out of bounds. But Aaron Rodgers with a bold attempt there, going across his body down the field. Carson Wentz is thrown like 10, they say. 3rd and 3, 7 seconds. And Green Bay has no more timeouts. So if they complete anything, it has to go out of bounds if they want a shot at a field goal. That's not going to do it as you pass into the middle of the field. Ball is incomplete. 4th and 3. Now here's an interesting question. Do you use a 2-minute, or do you use one of your coach's challenges in this spot, or do you kick it away and save it for later? Waltz,
I don't know if
Jelly?
he's going to have time to even use it anyway. Oh, no, he does, but
I probably would have punted it in a tie game.
I was watching the league stream without realizing it. I was behind you guys by a play. That's why
Gotcha.
I don't think you'll have time.
All right, so here we go. Entering the second half, tied ball game 10-10. This is a good one. And it's crazy considering what we saw on the last game. It's completely different right. And league leading interception total 15 for X Factor quarterback Jeff Bartle of the Oakland Raiders.
15?
Threw 7 in week 1. He threw 8 against Estrada.
Jesus.
Wait, who?
Jeff Bartle, the X Factor quarterback for the Oakland Raiders, the keeper.
18.
Kendall Wheeler gets open. Gets about 5 yards there on that run. 2nd and 5. 15. 1-5.
That's insane.
Second in that list is Carson Wentz at 10. Jared Goff has 9.
I know that Josh Allen threw 3 in my sim.
The only quarterback who has not thrown a pick, or the only 2 quarterbacks that have not thrown picks, Sam Darnold, who's completed 12 of 29 for 133 yards and a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, who completed 12 of 23 for 121.
But also note, both of those were sim games.
But they were both sim games, and it was both a single game, correct? They have not played 2. Scott says he's only thrown 5 interceptions. Blaine Squibb, he's only on pace for 120 for the season.
Oh, that's not bad. I thought it was way worse.
For interceptions off of 15?
That was a sarcasm.
I was going to say, holy hell, man. That's nasty.
If someone throws 100 interceptions in a season, they should never play Madden again.
I think the closest I've ever seen in a league is 60. Someone in one of my leagues threw 60.
Why me Nagy?
I think at the end of
No, that wasn't. It was before Ground Zero.
Yeah, the Madden 20 Ground Zero run. I think at that last season, I think someone was in the 50s.
Yeah, we had a guy with Ben Roethlisberger. I want to say it was in Madden 18 or 19. Guy had 66 interceptions in the season with Big Ben Roethlisberger.
Man.
Says Goat Scott. It's not my mission to throw 100. Guess you're saying it's now your mission to throw 100. I mean, you got some huge makeup now, buddy. You only have 5.
I only have 7. It feels like I have 70. Feels like I've thrown on every drive.
Right,
One thing that I think that this game and the last one is showing is that these divisions are split up really well.
Yeah, right now the divisions are pretty close, I feel like.
So that'll be really fun moving forward.
All right, so here we go. Rodgers under center. X Factor is lit up again, so we won't see any computer picks. 2nd and 5. Hands it off to Wheeler, who gets to the edge and tackled by the shoelaces. Gains about 4. It's going to be 3rd and 1. They're just shy of Green Bay's red zone at the 21-yard line here. 5 minutes to go. Yeah, we might actually have to discuss. I think old Excel clock was at 20, not 25, and I think that 25 is making a huge difference in game length.
Yeah.
So we'll bring that back down to 20, I guess, then for... Oh, and Rodgers gets hit, throws it, and Devontae Adams able to snag it away from the defense. Okuda almost there. And it's going to be 1st and goal at the 9. Big play, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams.
That's disheartening for with.
Scott says tank mode, same as Waltz. Rodgers in the shotgun. I think Witt's in trouble and Rodgers' X Factor is activated, says Scott. I agree. Rodgers gets tackled for a sack. Jamie Collins comes up, loss of 2, and that might knock Aaron Rodgers' X Factor away. Yeah, that's
so many fun pictures on the Lions.
And I can't even see Rodgers right now, so I can't even see his ability is lit up.
He's not. He's knocked out.
All right, so here we go. Big sack by Jamie Collins, and that's going to at least make Rodgers back to being a little more human. Handoff, Aaron Jones gets 7. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Witt needs a big stand right now. He made one earlier. Can he do it again? Keep Green Bay out of pay dirt.
Oh,
There's a
wow.
huge touchdown. KJ Hamler gets behind the defense. Touchdown. Green Bay. Mill says the Niners and Jets are playing, Jelly.
Oh, man. Can we do a little swap back and forth on?
No.
Just
No,
kidding.
unfortunately, I cannot. If we had it scheduled, maybe I'd try it, but not tonight. Tonight, for this first one, we have dedicated game streams. Mill says if he wins, the entire division is 1-1 for the AFC
That's fine.
East.
It's tied 7-7 in end of the first right now.
So here we go. Scott with the kick. Go out the back for a touchback. So Detroit now trailing 17-10. But so far it's been a pretty good game on both sides of the ball. Now Witt just needs to lock it in, let his offense do some work, and they can score and even this score right back up here as we're past the midway point in the third quarter. Stafford stepping back just a little bit. Green Bay's X Factor corner is still lit up. Kerryon Johnson tries to roll behind the center, gets stuck, but gains a few yards. Or DeAndre Swift, Kerryon's out. DeAndre Swift gains about 4 there on that little roll behind the center.
What was Kerryon's injury?
It was
Quad.
a quadricep strain. Here's Stafford again. Amendola on the left. Galladay and Marvin Jones on the right. Checks it down, and good defensive play. Packers secondary comes up and knocks it away. DeAndre Swift was wide open in the flat initially. Coverage closed very quickly as the pass got over there. 3rd and 6 now for Detroit. Need a conversion to keep this ball moving. All right, Jelly, if you were the Lions, what would be your focus right now? How would you be trying to attack the Packers defense based on what you're seeing in order to get yourself back in this game? There's a great pass. TJ Hawkinson with a little juke on the corner, and that's going to be a huge gain all the way up from the 29 of the Lions to the 29 of the Packers. 42-yard gain. First
So if I were the
down.
Lions, I'd do more of that.
So you would be targeting Hawkinson or more of attacking certain spots on the defense?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I haven't been
Wait.
paying enough attention, I guess.
Oh, Swift gets in and gets absolutely demolished. Able to hang on to the ball, though. 9.5-yard gain. 2nd and inches, like in the stream, has been absolutely fantastic so far. We had a really close comeback game in the first. We had an absolute running back shootout in the second. This time around, we're having a defensive duel this third game. It's been awesome.
Oh,
Let's see.
the 49ers and Jets just lagged out.
Ugh.
That's what, yeah. Honestly, if I'm attacking coach's user.
Okay. Scott says wondering if Jimmy G can find his way back to Washington. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye because I think Mickey had issues week 1 as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
So if he has to get that fixed soon, or we're not going to have a place for him. Unfortunately, we've already told that to several people. Internet disconnected, internet just a little laggy, we can deal with. If you're disconnected from games, that's a no-go. That's a first down for the Lions. 1st and 10 on the 14. They're in Green Bay's red zone, looking to score. Liking, good to hear. Good to see you, buddy. How you doing? How's your evening of work been treating you so far? Work was a nightmare, just waiting for the go-ahead to clock out. Well, at least it's almost over. As DeAndre Swift gains about 3 on that handoff. 2nd and 7. Approaching the goal line here. Oh, Jelly, we need you so I can see if you're trying to say something or you can be animate. This picture doesn't do.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. In the I form, Stafford setting up under center. Takes the pass, takes the shot at Hawkinson, but it's knocked away, incomplete. 3rd and 7 now from the 11. They 7 for the first, 11 for the score. Otherwise, it should be a pretty routine field goal kick for 3. Stafford's going empty backfield.
Oh, man.
Keep an eye on Hawkinson on the right. That in route is probably the look. There it is. Hawkinson not able to hold on to it. Incomplete pass. 4th and 7. 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 he wants to run that route, I think he needs to hot route the inside tight end there to a slant. That way he has 2 targets both crossing differently that he can watch for that'll hit the end zone.
Yeah.
All right, so with the wind in his face, a little weak over a kick, Prater's going to boot it. Packers lead 17-13, and here they are with the ball as we're nearing the end of the third. Remember, guys, the line for this projected by Daddy Leagues, over under a 45.5. Green Bay favored by 3.5. And right now, if you have Green Bay and the under, you are in great shape. Like a certain someone who has already landed both of his other picks tonight in our first 2 games.
Woot.
Alright, so there's the handoff. Wheeler gets tackled at the line of scrimmage. Gaines pushes forward for a yard, but Wheeler 7 rushes, 31 yards. It's pretty incredible when you compare the way the run was stopped in that first game. Like the Rams kept is it the Rams running back that struggled or the other one? Oh, the Rams kept the running back to 14 rushes for 2 yards. Bill says he'll be the league bookie. I like it. We might have to find a way to do a point betting system just for amusement sakes. Rodgers stepping back, looks for the read, finds his guy open. Jake Sternberger up the middle for a big reception past the 50. A 1st and 10 for the Packers at the 49-yard line of the Detroit Lions.
Man, great pass.
That was. Although, by the way, Vibe, did you realize that Legion spelled incorrectly in your gamer tag? I just noticed that on that bottom panel. Rodgers sets back. Rodgers throws a pick. Jones standing in the way, and Rodgers' little bullet darted at the defender. Quick reaction from the Florida State veteran standout. Christian Jones takes that away. Now, as we enter the 4th, the Lions are in great shape to take the lead. At the 50-yard line, trailing by 4, Detroit needs some points here on this board. Mill says that would be very cool to have a section in the Discord for fake betting. Give everyone like 100 tokens or something. Yeah, so there's a system. I found it online that they actually allowed some sort of wager system progress, and you can actually connect it to Twitch so that the Twitch will actually track the bets themselves. So we might have to keep an eye out as that ball gets popped up in the air. I think that would be a pretty cool thing. Nate says it'd be, I'm sure there's bot. Like I said, I'm pretty sure there's an add-on or widget that they have for Twitch that allows that sort of wagering. I'm sure if we can sync it up, we can probably tie it to our Discord and to our league.
Yeah, we could do some kind of like end of season reward or something.
All right, and we'll see you in a little bit, Bros. So here we go. Hands it off. DeAndre Swift with a quick juke with another one.
Oh, wow.
And he almost broke free for the score. Instead, he gets capped at an 8-yard gain. 3rd and 3. Kevin, how about this commentary? Phenomenal. We're trying, Kevin. We are trying, boss. How are you doing, buddy? We saw some really big things from your team, man. We're looking forward to seeing what you can do with the rest of that team moving forward. There's a handoff. Bo Scarborough gets a 5-yard gain and a 1st down for the Detroit Lions. Up to the Green Bay 38 here early in the 4th quarter.
We had a gap to the right of that.
Nate says, I don't care if I go 0-16, all about that betting crown. I mean, right now, Waltz is in pole position, I think, for the number 1 pick in the draft, right? So all he needs is a little bit of help. Go Stafford, switching the plays up. Play action. The tackle comes. God. And that's danger. Stafford nearly threw it away. As you can see, 7 for 22. But that blitz does get in really close. Stafford, luckily, still has the football for a 2nd try. Kevin says, don't hype me. I can't handle it. I don't know, man. Walt with the number 1 pick clearly doesn't need Saquon, says Mr. Creative. I mean, if you can get him a right offer, I'm sure he'll take it for Saquon. But remember, Saquon is a primetime X Factor, and he's young. That's going to be a premium asking price. Same as what we told some of the other guys. We have upped the standards for what trades are acceptable or allowed. And Swift can't hold on. The ball hits him in the nubs. And as he tries to catch with his as he tries to catch it by punching the ball with his fist, he finds it doesn't work very well. 3rd and 10 on that incomplete pass.
Good read, though.
See, I don't know. I was kind of scared. I like that he did what you're talking about. He was attacking the user, but coach's user was right there, so I would have been nervous about that. There's a deep shot. Oh, and trying to switch.
Nice.
Amendola gets
Oh.
left open, but it goes incomplete. Amendola drops it on the hit. Instead of being a touchdown in the lead, Detroit is going to be forced. Oh, that's so rough.
Yeah,
That is
I
so
thought that was
rough.
it.
Mr. Not Crib, 2 for 2 from the jump. Only ever had one trade get rejected since joining. Perfect. That field goal is going to make this a 1-point game. Detroit 16, Green Bay 17. 6.5 to go in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that drop in the end zone hurts. I thought he had that.
I did too. I did too. There it is. Kick. Gonna kneel it for touchback. So 1st and 10, 17-16 Green Bay. From their own 25, 6.5 to go. And as we've seen, Detroit's defense up for the task of trying to keep up with Rodgers' passing game. They've been able to shut him down pretty hard. Whether or not Rodgers can get past that or not is going to be the big key. And whether or not Kendall Wheeler can open up this field with the run. So far, 8 rushes for 33 yards, averaging about 4. Typically, you'd say that's good. But then you remember Kendall Wheeler, out of his 33 yards, I think 20 of them came on a single run. Means he has 7 rushes for 12. Not very successful overall. 2nd and 8 from the 27. Waltz is just so engaged. You can see it on his face. The seriousness, the intensity, the eye roll that I'm being a jerk about it. That handoff is going to gain about 2. It's going to be 3rd and 5, as they gave him about 3. 3rd and 5 from their own 30. Lions defense needs to come up with a big stop here, and they can take the lead if they can manage it. What do you guys think? First stream night back, 3 games, all within a single possession by the end so far. You guys glad to be back?
Oh yeah, yeah, it was fun. It's fun to get the interaction.
And to get everyone together. Great stop by the defense. Again, Christian Jones reaches out that big paw, wats that ball down. Rodgers lucky that was not picked as well. It's going to force a Green Bay punt here. 4th and 5. Going to punt it away from their own 30. Now the Lions are looking to strike, take the lead. And that punt goes nowhere.
Wow.
That's a mistake. Grabbed by Jalen Tavai, I think is his name. Linebacker for the Lions. And now the Lions are going to start from the 50 once again. Here we go. All they need is about 15 just to have a chance at a field goal. They want to go for blood. They want the touchdown. They want the 2 to give themselves some ball security here.
Play it safe though.
Go run heavy or you go pass heavy here with Stafford in that offense. There's a screen. DeAndre Swift wide open.
Oh, wow.
He's trying to do too many spins. I think he gave up at least 15 yards, if not more, by the constant spins. But that at least is a first down up to the 37. So from here, be a 54-yard field goal attempt to take. 1st and 10.
Swift is my guy moving forward.
Swift is pretty solid. I don't know
He's
comparatively
young.
the difference between the two. And Stafford sitting in the back, gets sacked. Burks gets into the backfield and huge sack. 2nd and 21. That's going to take him out. Yeah, I'd say that's going to take him out of field goal range there.
Was that empty backfield?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that right now.
Empty backfield just promotes blitz a lot because it's either you have to get a lot of pressure or you have to get really good coverage. Most teams are going to probably blitz instead because they don't have the ability to cover that. Oh, he gets hit. He gets spun. That's intercepted.
Oh.
Jari Alexander takes advantage of Stafford getting hit as he throws it, and Green Bay turns it over on that interception on their own 19-yard line here. 4 minutes and 41 seconds to go. Green Bay still out in front by a point. Yeah,
That
this is where a
hurts.
lot of people make the mistake of trying to bomb every pass. This is where you just need to play to move the chains.
Yep. Yeah, he was already in field goal range to take the lead.
Aaron Jones gains about 4. It's gonna be 2nd and 6 from their own 24. Detroit needs a big stop or another turnover here. This is a great game too, though. Every game
For
tonight
sure.
has been fun. Here's Rodgers setting up under center. Hands it off. Devy with the tackle and the follow-up from, I believe that's Justin Coleman to drag him down. Gain of 3, 4, 5. I didn't even see what that down was. So it was a 2nd and 6. So that was a gain of 5. 3rd and 1 now. Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers setting up under center here.
Oh, this is a run.
Kendall Wheeler, huge gain, 6 yards. 1st down. That's going to keep the clock rolling. 4th quarter. 3 minutes and 40 and counting. 1st and 10. Green Bay just needs on chugging. This is where Coach plays pretty well, actually. Tight spots, and he's ahead. He does a pretty good job of controlling the clock.
Yeah, I'm
Aaron
noticing
Jones.
he's choosing his defensive play before he's even seeing what coach is bringing out there.
Yeah, well, I think he's prepping for the run. Most of his defensive plays are base defense, which means you're guarding against, which I
Yeah.
think is the right play considering. Another screen. Aaron Jones gets about 4. That'll be a 1st down, 1st and Green Bay. Scott says, let's play our game on League Stream in week 6, Waltz. I don't know which weeks are projecting to be on. It's probably going to be weeks 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, and 17. Top of my head, I think that's the way the streams are going to set up. And then, of course, it'll be a playoff game. Aaron Jones tries to gain some yards at the middle. Gains a yard. Timeout. He gains 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8. 2:26. And see, making some coaching adjustments. All right, 2nd and 8. This is a big time stop needed here. Rodgers with the play action, rolls out, bombs it. This could be trouble.
Oh,
Adams
wow.
comes down with it. Jump ball. 1st and goal from the 7. Lions are going to take the 2nd timeout here. And with 2 minutes and 17 seconds, that was a huge, huge catch
Yeah.
for the Green Bay Packers.
Do you let him score here?
It's close. Close, because if you let him score, you have a shot, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got 2 timeouts. 1 in the 2 minute warning.
But if you let him score and he hits the extra point, you can't beat him. You have to score and go for 2. And so far, he's struggled.
You try and stop him with the 2 timeouts because it's a goal situation.
Yeah, because he's also struggled to score on offense right now. He has not really been offensively able to put. Kendall Wheeler tries to push forward. Another timeout. 2nd and goal. 2:12. So we have one more clock stoppage coming. But Detroit needs to shut down Green Bay right here. They cannot bend. They have to lock them up to a field goal. Scott says you have to. I don't think you have to. I think it's better if you can stop him. It all depends on what you trust your offense to do. If you're not moving your offense, I think it's a dangerous play to just let him score. But granted, he's going to try and kick a field goal. You're going to have to move the ball anyway, so maybe you're right. The difference is you have a chance at winning the game versus just kicking it for the sake of.
Why do you call timeout?
Probably didn't like what he saw.
Ballsy.
Yeah.
Oh, the play clock was down to 1 second.
No, Whiff
Yeah, but-
called timeout.
No. He
No,
already burned it.
that was Green Bay. That was Green Bay, yeah. With had already used his last one.
Blue.
There's a touchdown, Green Bay. So like you guys said, he didn't mean to, but he does score. Now Green Bay can go for 2 to try and seal it, or they can go for 1. Basically mean they can't lose this game no matter what the Lions do.
Why is he picking a defensive play?
I think he was thinking he was going to try and go for it. Scott says he's going to shank it. That you never
that'd
call
be
goal line
so
plays, they never work. Sorry, guys. We kind of lagged out for a second there, but we got to pause, we got to play, and it's going to be an extra point. So now Green Bay leads 24-16, 8-point difference. So Detroit's going to need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Kick is up. Turner, Neal. Oh my God.
What?
I thought where he knelt, it was going to put him on the 1-yard line, and that would have been
Me
just-
too. Oh, me
that
too.
would have been absolutely awful.
Oh,
Oh.
man.
That was lucky. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10, 75 yards. That's what Detroit needs, 75 yards. Tight end angle play. Looks for R1. Nope, that's danger.
Wow.
You're going to throw to the edge. You can't let him sit there because that's going to put the defense in the right spot. So 2 minutes, 3 seconds here. If Green Bay gets the ball back, they can just kneel it. Detroit has no more timeouts. There is one more clock stoppage coming up after this play here for the 2-minute warning.
You can always go up the middle with, yeah. That is an interesting play call.
I disagree there, and that's a loss of 2. Yeah, I disagree with that play call completely. Now it's 3rd and 12. That does nothing.
I think he's just throwing in the flag already, even though he doesn't need to.
No. He probably thought, I'm going to get a timeout here. I'll try and run it maybe.
Yeah, catch him off guard.
Yeah.
Not a bad thought process, but I don't know what a draw
Triangle.
play.
See, and right there, now you're just whipping it, and that's going to seal the game. That's where people
Yeah.
just get too aggressive. You have 2 minutes. You can make that take the time there and check it down a little bit, get the first. But that will end this 3rd game. Green Bay should be able to kneel this one out. On that note, guys, like it's the best way to spend my time in the McDonald's drive-thru listening to the barn burner of a game. It was a fantastic one. Detroit loses 16-24. Green Bay stays on top. With 2 wins, Green Bay is tied for the top of their division.
Let's go 3-0, my predictions. Well, 4-0, because I guess...
4-0, you took the under. Yes, you did. So if you took the under and you took Green Bay covering the points, Green Bay 3.5 and under 44.5, you were perfect. Well, on that note, guys, as they're kneeling it out, we appreciate you all being here. Normally, I'd say we can hang out and do a little bit more stuff, but tonight I do have to get ready for work. So unfortunately, that will be me. We do appreciate all of you guys being here. As of right now, let me take a look and see if there are any other games going on. If there are, we'll at least send you their way. You guys can keep the Madden momentum rolling.
I believe Blink Squib is streaming.
Who?
Blink Squib?
Alright. It looks like Bling is up. We're taking a look at this game here. Baltimore, Houston, they're in the second quarter, so we're going to send you guys over there. I appreciate each and every one of you guys being here. Once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and we look forward to doing more with you guys in the future. You guys have anything final words for the crew, for the channel?
Yeah, appreciate everyone coming in. First stream. I think we had pretty good turnout. I will be hosting next week's stream most likely, so we'll keep an update on that. So,
Jelly, you got any final words?
Fun return, everybody. Thanks for the participation. It's going to be a really fun season.
So too. On that note, guys, we appreciate you all being here. Till we get you guys, see you guys later. See you on the next one.
We did